All right, we are live. Welcome to Arm Wrestling Showcase number 54. I am your host, Kane Fontecchio, and right now I'm on my own a little bit. Josh is at his wife's birthday celebration, so he may be popping in. Um, Anybody who wants to hop in here, you're welcome. Let me know. I'll shoot you the Mac or Benjimac. I was just reading your name. I'll shoot you the link. Um, What's up, Benji? Yeah, I'll send you the link right now. Figure we just talk a little bit of the California arm wrestling updates, things that are going on. Show the updated match list that we have. We can go over that a little bit. Benji incoming on the link. If you want to come in, but it's okay. I can just run through this stuff myself if you want. What's up, the Drew? What's up, Caribbean Bull? What's up, Arm Truvial? Good to see y'all. I'm Trivial. I was watching your videos. I think you did some on Red Bluff and Patterson. Really good job. Let me know if you want to help get some footage at North First South and contribute it to the documentary. If I don't know if you're going already and if you're planning on doing that, let me know. I'd be happy to pay a little bit of money for your services. But yeah, we definitely want to have a few cameras out there getting all different kinds of perspectives and make sure that we don't miss anything. So let me know. I know Benjimac's going to be doing some filming. As far as I know, we're going to have Armtube is going to be doing some filming as well. So, and I want to get my new teammate, I believe his name is Isaiah. He's very talented. I'm gonna try and get him out there as well. And excuse me, hopefully pulling in the 145 round robin too. Sorry, Benji, sending you now. Benjamin McCabe. All right, sent. Okay. So everything that we've got going on right now in California arm wrestling, well, we just had at Jamie Sheldon's restaurant, Antone's Italian Eatery. We had a really cool big practice with Greg Sharp and Jamie hosting it. And Greg Sharp was doing a lot of interviews and stuff like that for the World Series of Arm Wrestling. And yeah, so the one that he put out on Tubi, which was really, really good, was primarily a cool, interesting perspective on the tournament. It had like a lot of tournament commentary and everything. Well, and the different qualifiers leading up to the World Series. This year, I know he's looking to create more stories. So in his interviews with different people, kind of was like asking them questions about like what they did for a living, just getting juicy bits and everything like that, so he could make a lot of the footage more connective, kind of like what we're trying to do with the documentary for North First South. Looking to tell a lot of different stories for that, which I will get into. But starting out for right now, yeah, let's go with what's next, and that's the World Series of Arm Wrestling qualifier in Riverside, California. So I'm definitely going to that. It's super close to where I'm at. It's super close to where Alpha Empire trains, and probably like 3.5 hours from a lot of the NorCal teams as well. It's not too far, so you guys should definitely come out. And one of the cool things about his event is, well, there's a lot of cool things about his event, but to qualify for the World Series, the finals, that's held in San Diego, all you have to do is compete at one of the qualifiers. And I like the way he put it, was like, if you end up going to the qualifiers and you end up having a bad day for whatever reason, still you can come to the finals and show up better and hopefully have a better performance there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're doing all open class matches in a set grip. So it's going to make things expedited. It's going to make it move along a lot quicker. And amateurs, they're letting them get their grip, which is very interesting, because I like that. If you think about it, amateurs are pretty easy to set up. Amateurs, they usually, not always, amateurs are pretty good these days, but they usually don't know how to do a lot of trickery in the setup. It usually takes a lot of us at least a year or two to learn to start fighting for our setups. And um, yeah, so in the open class, there's going to be none of that. Everyone's just going to be set up fair in a set grip. It's going to be expedited quick. And, we'll be able to get through the matches a lot quicker. And yeah, I'm one of those guys. I don't really like fighting for a grip that much. Like I get it. I've been learning about it and like trying to do it. But yeah, I think set grips are pretty cool and definitely the way to go if you're trying to run a moving tournament and not have so much time. It adds up. Like if you do the math, like if you're wasting like 5 minutes in most of your tournament setups that shit adds up. There's so many matches. You could end up having the tournament go over 3, 4 hours just because of like just so much wasted time in setups. Yeah, and like, people that are just going to end up in the straps that don't say, let's just go to the straps. But yeah, I like Greg Sharp's production. It was really good. I watched what he put out for Tubi, which I believe was 2 years ago, the World Series of Arm Wrestling. I think maybe he's collecting footage from last year's event and this year's event to do something together. Or I don't know if he's doing something separate for last year's events, but it's really cool. I think we should be a part of it. There's payouts all the way to eighth place, which is super cool. I believe like if you even place eighth, you can get your money back for the qualifier. And like I said, all you have to do is compete at the qualifier. You only pay for that, and then you don't have to pay to go compete in the finals. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this. I'll have to ask Greg, but maybe it's just for the finals, but I'm pretty sure you can only compete in one class for his event. Which is neat. I mean, it keeps things less complicated, but I like pulling a lot of classes because then you get to pull more. But yeah, I think that's one of the other reasons it might be expedited, and I think that's how um yeah, you only have to pay once for the qualifier because then you're automatically just going to be injected into that particular weight class that you signed up as into the finals as well. And you get eighth place, you get your money back, and he's got some pretty nice payouts for that event as well. Really good dude. I like his perception on arm wrestling and how it should be projected. So we've got my teammate Todd Colazzo's in the house. What's up, Todd? It was a great practice, great time, he says. It definitely was. There was a really good turnout. Um, I'm still sore. It was a lot of fun. Okay, we've got somebody new in the chat. Hey, it's Brock Lesnar from India. Wait. Okay, so Akib Khan. Did I say that right? Either way, welcome to the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I find arm wrestling in India fascinating. You guys got a lot going on out there. We've got one guy who's on our team now who I believe he visits his home country often, but I'm pretty sure he's mostly out here now. His name is Sanjit. He's around a 145 weight guy, and I've been trying to pick his brain about India arm wrestling. It seems to be really, really popular out there, and I'm really happy to see you in here because I'd like to connect with you guys. I'd like to do a show just on India's arm wrestlers, get as many of you on as we can to showcase, talk. The only thing is we got to be able to communicate. So like as long as we can get some bilingual action going and somehow make it work, we will make it work. A translator. Let's see. He says, "Bro, we want to see you in India." I want to be in India. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to get out there one day. He says in Pro Panja League. So would Panja be is that Panja refers to pro or is it a certain type of pro league? Benjimac says, "I'm busy right now. I'll jump on when I'm done or next time." Yeah, absolutely, no problem. And so yeah, World Series of Arm Wrestling. Um, really, really great event. Everyone should support it. I like Greg's vision and everything that he's doing. We at Arm Wrestling Showcase here love trailblazers. Love people that confront it with positivity and everything like that, not trying to shoot down other events and everything, but just going out there and trying to do cool new stuff. That's really awesome. So I've got a lot of respect for Greg Sharp. Um, let's see. Akib says Panja means arm wrestling. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So, what exact dialect is that called? So I can start learning today. So far I know Panja means arm wrestling. Um, Punjabi, that's like one dialect, right? Um, Educate me so I can start learning more and go to India and arm wrestle and chat with you guys. And Benji says, hit the like all. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for moderating, Benji. Yeah, definitely help out the channel. Subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. Ultimately, we want to build this sport and showcase new talent and everything like that. So let's see. What else do we got on the agenda? Okay, so the date for the World Series of Arm Wrestling, I'm sorry, the qualifier in Riverside is going to be June 29th. So not this weekend, the next weekend. Yeah, right now it's June 13th, right? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, oh wait, 3 weeks from from Saturday. Okay. All right. Yeah, 3 weeks from Saturday. And on the Facebook post, there's one thing I did leave out in terms of things to cover that are coming up. So one, we've got the World Series of Arm Wrestling qualifier in Riverside, California, June 29th. And let me plug the location on that as well. Oh, good. Jamie Sheldon's got it in his story right there. The place is called The Beach Sports Grill and Bar. So location wise, it's not really like at the beach. It's in Riverside, which is more the Inland Empire, about like 45 minutes inland-ish. But I think the theme of the location, like the restaurant, and sports bar is all like beach-like and stuff. But he said it's a really, really cool spot. So let me just screenshot that now. Let me check his give you a few more details on that. Let's see. All right, Jamie Sheldon, I'm diving into your page right now. Let's see. So he's got the flyer here. And men's amateur left and right. The bottom class is going to be 176 pounds. Then it goes from 177 to 209, and then 210 to 239, and then we've got 240 plus. I believe he's running amateurs first. And I don't know if I know for sure with pros, he's running all the way to the top two, I believe, and then doing interviews and then doing the finals. But like I said, with the open class, expediting all the setups and everything, he told us that with the start, a very hard start time, I guess weigh-ins like stop at noon. Yes. There's an early weigh-in Friday, June 28th from 6 to 8 p.m. At the location. And there's also the weigh-in the day of Saturday, June 29th from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And he said it's going to be a hard stop at 12 o'clock weigh-in stop. If you're not weighed in, then you're going to be out of luck. They're going to be starting I believe, the amateur tournament shortly after that, and then run the pros and run them all the way to the finals. He thinks that they should have everything wrapped sometime around 5:30. And his events that I've been to so far, yeah, they're pretty good about staying on schedule so that we can all have a good time after too. So the classes for the pro is pretty much the same. Yeah, 176 and below. Then you can jump up from to the 177 to 209 class. Next class up is 210 to 239. And then again, we have the supers, which is going to be 240 and above. We also have two other what classes that he's running, the or divisions. I don't know what you would call it, division. So there's women's open left and right. There will be a 154 and below and a 155 and above. And there will also be a master's, which is going to be 50 and above, 50 years old and above. There's going to be a 210 and below class and a 211 and above class. I like masters. I like watching those. Those guys are badasses. Then I like the women's classes too. They're very entertaining. So that one's going to be good. A lot of prize money involved in that. Um, well, primarily, yeah, all those big payouts are for the finals. The qualifier itself, it looks like they're even going to do an independent payout for that. On the right hand, if you win the overalls, you'll get 500. On the left hand, if you win the overalls, you will get 500. From what I understand, the majority of the payouts are allocated for the finals, which is going to happen later this year. Okay, before I move on, let me check in. Let's see. I'm excited for this Saturday's matches. This Saturday's matches. What's happening this Saturday, Benji? Florida. Okay, all right. See, I've just got my brain on California right now. Yeah, it's gonna be good this Saturday. Derek's out there getting ready to arm wrestle Travis Bajent. Hell yeah. Travis, you're in trouble. You don't even know. You're in so much trouble. My boy Derek's gonna go there and dominate. Yes, sir. Let's see. Yeah. So Benji says WSA, June 29th, Riverside. Akib Khan says, what's your weight category? Um, do you guys do kilograms over there or pounds? Here we do the pounds. I'm usually 165. Yeah, I usually float between 165 and 173, 174. So primarily I compete and get ranked in the 165 class. How about you? What's your weight? Yeah, I don't know what 165 is in kilos. What is that like? 70 kilo, something like that. Yeah, it's probably like 70, 75 kilo. Let's see. Yeah, and kilo. I don't know. Let me let me Google it right now. You're asking what it is in kilograms. Okay. 165 in kgs. Did I Google that the wrong way? 65. Wait. Oh yeah, okay. So 74.8 kilograms. So yeah, 75 kilograms. Um, okay, so here's some more stuff that's on the agenda in California arm wrestling coming up. I still need to make this like official, but we for Alpha Empire for our practice, which is normally in Highland, California, uh we did last year towards the end of summer or fall or something. We did a practice up towards me up in the mountains I live at a place called Lake Gregory, and it was a lot of fun. We brought a bunch of food. It was right on the lake. You could fish right there. We're gonna do it again. I talked to Derek, and I think what we're gunning for is July 7th, which is pretty much going to be 2 weeks before North versus South. So everybody in California that's competing at that, you want to come and just like let loose and have a good time. At a practice, you can go light, go over mechanics. I'm going to try and bring some like stand-up paddle boards or like a fishing raft or something. We just, just hang out and have a good time, get a little pulling in, work on your game plan for your matches at North versus South. It's one thing to like take time off to like not pull hard. You don't want to be sore or injured or whatever for your match. But I've definitely learned it's really good not just for maintenance but mechanics to make sure you're staying fresh weekly all the way up to the event. Um, I like to pull a little bit, making sure I can still feel all the motions, have my game plan and everything, and feel a hand, actually have a partner. It's just tough because it takes a lot of discipline to do it because we all want to have fun. We want to pull hard at practice and everything. But yeah, it's not so bad. You just force yourself, just communicate with your training partners and stuff. Tell them, no, I'm not pulling hard. Just help me do this, this, and that. So that should be fun. Um, yeah, hopefully we'll get some North guys down to come hang out for that. But we had a really good time last year and a really good turnout for that. It's not really high up the like from Highland if you've gone to Derek's practices in Highland with Alpha Empire, it's only like maybe 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes up the mountain. Uh right behind Derek's place. So it's a little down the mountain from me, but it's still beautiful forest, warm weather, the lake. There will be, I thought it was paid parking last time, and I think some of us did pay. There's really convenient close parking, but I've been going there a lot now, and I guess nobody pays. So just park at the parking lot when I'll put out all the information for that. And so after that, it's pretty much North versus South. Let's see. North versus South is July 22nd. Or so Benji's asking what the date is on North versus South. It is actually July 20th. So the specifics on that is it's going to be Saturday, July 20th, which is like a month and a week away. So like 5, 6 weeks-ish. It's going to be at Crusader Brewing in Bakersfield, California. For a lot of the teams that are condensed down here next to us, Benji, in Southern California, your LA, OC, and Inland Empire, San Diego. Well, I mean, for all the Orange County, LA, and Inland Empire people, it's mostly about a 3 to 3.5 hour drive. I'd say mostly around 3 hour north, maybe a little bit east. Um, and the same thing for a lot of the people up north. They're going to be traveling about 3 hours southeast. So it's a perfect central location for it to be fair for everybody. And yeah, if you're from San Diego or super south Cali or super north Cali, yeah, you'll be driving a little bit more, but it's worth it. Amazing, amazing event. We're holding it at the same place that it was done last year. The owner's amazing. Everybody there is amazing. The facility's amazing. And they're working with us to do some really, really cool stuff there. It'll be set up in the same spot. They've got like kind of where they do the beer brewing and all that. So like not in the like the order or the bar area. They have this huge space that's still, enclosed and everything like that within the building, where they have all their big, brewing things or whatever. But they clear out like a lot of square footage of that for seating and the stage. The stage is movable. So we're looking to do more of like a Coliseum kind of deal where, all of the seating this time will be surrounding the stage. So that's gonna be cool, and other little surprises that'll be coming up. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So there's also a B&B. A few of the beds have been taken up, but um, like if some people want to crash there, there's a big yard. My family, me, my wife, and my baby, we're probably gonna just like we won't even pitch a tent. We'll probably just camp outside in the backyard so other people can have the beds, and we'll have fun doing that. We'll just lay out some sleeping bags and do that. But we will have that B&B. We do have it secured for Friday the 19th through Sunday the 21st. And that B&B is also where we're going to be having the after party um, that Saturday the 20th after the event. Once we've all had some good after pulling there and had a good time, we'll send everybody on over to that after party, have some tables set up there. We'll do some after party matches, just for fun. Food, drinks, just hang out and have a good time. The other thing, I'm pretty sure this is what my family will be doing. Anyone is welcome to join us, but the Sunday after North versus South, we're probably going to go to Kern River. I've never been. I have a lot of friends that go to Kern River a lot, and on maps, it looks like it's really, really close to the B&B and where the event is being held. I think you can drive there in like 30, 40 minutes. So, yeah, the next day after we're cleared out of the B&B, we'll probably just drive down there and hang out for the day. We might even camp for the night there. And I think I'm going to be taking that Monday off as well. So, yeah, make a weekend out of it. It's going to be a lot of fun, something to remember. And also, if anybody is interested in a match, let us know. We're getting down to the wire. I'm going to pull up the match list, what we have so far. Um, space could be made, but it's starting to get tight. If you've got a match that you have in mind, remember this is North versus South. So if you're in the North and you want a match, it's got to be with somebody from the South. Same thing if you're from the South, you got to think of somebody from the North that would make a good match with you. Ranking matches will be held at North versus South as well. We will have certified refs there. So if it's a ranking match, there will be a weigh-in for those matches, and you got to let us know. But there's a lot of other cool just exhibition matches where they might be different weights, but they're matches that make sense or that the people themselves just really, really want. Let's see, super matches. Thank you, Benji, for putting down the details. Todd says 2.5 hours from Fontana is where the event is. That's a really good reference point. Yeah, not too far. Yeah, for me it's like 3.5, but I got to get down the mountain first and then go from there. Let's see. Yeah, it's really not too bad of a drive. Oh, and recommendation. This isn't if you're from LA, you're probably just gonna take the 5 there. If you want the expedited route, the boring route, just take this is to my South people. Just take the 5 north, especially if you're in San Diego, I guess, and you want to get there much quicker. Yeah, take the 5. But for people that are in the Inland Empire or already inland a little bit, or you just want to make a nice drive out of it, take the 395. It takes you through way cooler areas, and it's more, I mean, there's still plenty of gas stations and rest stops and all that stuff, but it's just not like an ugly highway, a boring highway, big old freeway the whole way. Um, yeah, you're basically on the east side of the Sierra Nevada mountains on the 395. and you pass through Mammoth Lakes, which is a really, really cool area. Um, you pass through Tehachapi, I believe, like right when you before Bakersfield. It's a lot more of a scenic, enjoyable drive. And if you're already kind of an Inland Empire resident or coming from there, it's not really slower. It might be the same as taking the 5. It's a way cooler drive. Spacey says Kane looks like Dennis from It's Always Sunny. I don't watch that show. A lot of people tell me to watch it, but yeah, I haven't seen that yet. We've got River Welch in the house. Says Benji, you are left hand dominant or righty? Or he's asking if Benji is right or left dominant. That's a good question. Yeah, Benji, I feel like you're pretty balanced between your left and your right, aren't you? Like good either way. And st your style seems to be similar between both. Which, yeah, we might as well just bridge right into the matches, I guess. Yeah, pull him up here. Benji, what's better, your right or your left? River wants to know. Benjimac. Yes, you are going against each other right-handed, which is why he wants to know. And you're going against each other left-handed. And River Welch, I believe you're still the leader for the North in the California sponsorship. Awesome stuff. Okay, I'm about to screen share this. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, here's your list. And let me see. Let me pull you guys up on my phone so I can see what the heck you're saying, because I can't when the screen share's going. Let's see. Man, I can't even pull up my own. Oh, here, I know a way I can pull up my own live stream. There we go. Let's see. Just turn down the sound. Okay, Eric Linville in the house. What's up, Eric? Let's see. Benji says in terms of balance between left and right, that yeah, he's pretty even. Left is a little stronger because his right got injured from Tony when he started. Dude, that was a while ago that you started. How long? So Tony injured you that bad? Um, Man, that sucks. I kind of had something like that with my right wrist. I kind of came in a little bit too hot, probably like you too, when I started, and that took like I think it's healed now, still clicky, but years, man, years. That freaking sucks. Okay, yeah, River says awesome. My left is a little better than my right too. Cool. All right. So that should balance out for both of you guys. I'm looking forward to those matches. So yeah, starting at the top, we've had this confirmed a while. We got Robbie Ballesteros versus Christian Cabahug. Uh, we that's left-handed. We've got Robbie Ballesteros versus the Caribbean Bull right-handed. I know the Caribbean Bull is psyched for this one. What's up, Jose, if you're watching this? Um, yeah, dude's just an animal and a lot of fun to watch in arm wrestling matches. So anybody that is helping out with filming is one of the guys you got to make sure and get that match. It's definitely going to be a fun one, a crowd pleaser for sure. Okay, we've got Spencer Papao versus Waldo Saldana. Another match that I'm looking forward to a lot. Waldo Saldana is an absolute phenom, and just a lot of people don't know it. I know Spencer Papao is really, really good. I hear a lot of great things. I keep hearing great things about him from the people in the North. But yeah, Waldo, just because I've trained with him and I know he doesn't compete much. Yeah, he's gonna surprise a lot of people, I think, at this. His right hand has this thing going on. It's really just a massive right hand, and he's something else. Moving down the list, we got Austin Fenley versus Ricky Ramos, my teammate and one of the coaches on our team. Austin Fenley, new talent out of NorCal, trains on uh, Santino Bravo's team. And yeah, I think he's only been pulling like a year or something. I remember pulling, I think I pulled him because I pulled up a class. He's a 185 guy. I think I pulled up at the California State Championship in January and I was very impressed by him. I believe the story goes he got a win on Ricky, and Ricky is going for revenge with Austin. Also, speaking of Austin Fenley, who's yeah just been on this really fast trajectory. I was talking to one of our new guys on the list. Let me scroll down just a little bit. Let's see. There he is. Mitchell Stone versus Daniel Villalobos. Oh, wait, I need to fix that. I can't do it here, but I wrote Villalobos. It's Villalobos. I think I might have did that with the voice dictation, and that's just how it came out. So Mitchell Stone is a badass. That guy's a badass. He's in a rural area of Northern California, very close to the Nevada border, and only competes so often. He also doesn't have a lot of people to train with. Uh, from what I understand, he's got to go hours to find a team to train with. But Mitchell, if you're watching, yeah, I believe it was Josh that I was talking to on the phone recently who said there's somebody in that exact area that is also looking for someone to train with. So I'll make sure and set you guys up. And but Mitchell, I guess he just beat Austin Fenley. So Mitchell's a 160 pound guy. He would normally be making the 154s at tournaments. I guess at the recent tournament, the Red Bluff, he pulled up into the 185s. He won the whole class and he beat Austin Fenley. And it looks like Mitchell's got a press now too. So, really cool things going on there. I know Mitchell's not ranked in the California rankings yet. He could definitely be competitive with some of the 165s. But yeah, he's kind of got a decision to make since he hasn't been ranked in any of the weight classes yet. Since Austin Fenley is, I believe, number 8 or 9 in the right-handed 185s. If Mitchell decides to just commit to the 185s, because you can only be ranked in one weight class in our state, um, he could potentially take that spot and break into the 185s. That's how good Mitchell is. I have a little personal history with Mitchell because we had our first match, well, my first match. I don't know if he competed before that, but yeah, he was one of my first competitors and he beat me. It was my first week of arm wrestling and he beat me. And then we had a little back and forth a few months later. Haven't really competed with him since, but I've been following his trajectory and he's very good. He will be going against my teammate, Daniel Villalobos, who is pretty good. And he's going to be dropping to 175 for him. What's up, Josh?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for popping in.
You see me?
I can see you. Yeah, man. Um, yeah, so is your wife having a good birthday over there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good, good, good,
Uh,
good. Awesome. So yeah, we're just kind of like catching up on everything that's going on. Um, what's that?
no, that is not the order of the list. That's just the list of the matches thus far,
Oh
but the
yeah.
order will definitely be significantly different.
Oh, for sure. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, yeah. This is just names at this point. And the list thus far. We've still got some potential matches that could pop in and out of here. So yes, that's Mitchell Stone. Daniel Villalobos is somewhat new on my team. I'd say he's been on our team for about 2 years, I want to say. Really good top roller. He's normally, I think, around a 185 guy. He'll be dropping down to 175 for Mitchell. And yeah, he's real good. Good top roll, real squirrely. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Justin Webb, but not much of a presser like Justin. But he's one of those guys where you put him in one position and he'll squirrel into another to defend and stay in the match. So very athletic. He used to be a boxer, I believe. But moving down the list, we got to Austin Fenley, which made me want to talk about Mitchell. We've got Caleb Armbender versus Michael Brown. Gonna be one of the biggest electric matches of the event for sure.
That match is it's actually canceled. I don't know if you've been following Caleb, his page or whatever, but he has a lot of personal stuff going on right now, and this weekend, the 15th, will be his last arm wrestling practice for unknown time. So yeah, all of his matches, including the Mexico match, won't be happening.
Man, okay, yeah, I think I saw that post. I just thought that meant that's when he's gonna stop or training or like to, be fresh for North versus South. That kind of sucks though, because like who would we possibly set Mike Brown up with? Do you have any information on that?
Well, do we have Chad Shelby on the list? I mean,
Nope. Oh, Chad
yeah,
Shelby is the one you were mentioning, right? Where did
from
he
Hawaii.
come from? From Hawaii,
Hawaii.
right? Okay. So is
And
he
he just came to Patterson and he won his class. And yeah, I mean he's a beast. He has a super strong hand for sure.
okay? And he's permanently here now. He's a California dude.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Awesome.
up in the Bay Area.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, let's make that happen. Let's see.
That
What
might
else?
be better because that might be better for Mike because Mike might want to have two, right and left match, and that opens that door.
All right, because Caleb was going to be pulling left in Mexico.
Right.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah. Yeah, that's more Michael Brown. I'm with it. Let's do it. Let's see. Benjimac versus River Welch, right and left-handed. That's gonna be a really cool match to watch. I can't make heads or tails of that one, you know. I'm pretty versed in as to where Benji's at. I haven't competed against Benji since October of last year, but we're always training, and he's feeling good. Um, and I've only heard that River has been doing really well. What do you think about this match? You've probably
Well,
trained both guys more than I have.
I try not to ever have any bias, right?
Right.
Even though River's my teammate, he trains with me. Um, Benji's awesome, one of my favorite people in the community, and since I got in and I've seen him around, and he's getting out there. I think that River and I are both kind of at the understanding that this is a tough match for sure, and he respects Benji a lot,
Mm,
and he just hopes that he can give him a good fight, and that's really what it all comes down to. Um, on paper, I'd say obviously Benji might be the favorite. But River's got a lot of heart, and I'll tell you what, man, he doesn't miss practice, and if you tell him something, he does it. So um, anything could happen.
Good, good. All right, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking forward to that one. That's gonna be great. Let me check in with the chat here a little bit. Let's see. A little better. Yeah, probably tore some ligaments. Yeah, Eric Linville says we got to get Brandon Elsner a match.
Brandon Elsner? Yeah, I mean, he's another one. He's just, the growth is incredible. He's in that amateur class. I mean, he also masters, so it could be somebody that's a master at that 165 weight. Uh, but yeah, he's out there training. He's definitely strong too. Definitely strong. Uh,
Okay.
that would be more of a higher level, like beginner or amateur type thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking
Or
at for a second. I thought he might have been on the 145 round robin, but that's Brandon Brownfield that I was thinking of. Um, so he's a
yeah,
165 guy, Elsner.
yeah.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, let's see if we can make something happen for that. Let's see. What else are they saying here? Let's see. River says, I think my left is better a little because when I started, my right index finger was broken and in a cast when I started. Wow. Wow. All right, so that's all healed up for the most part. Let's see, I hope. Let's see. And the order of the matches. Okay, yeah, so you responded to that. No, that list is not the order. Benji says Robbie versus Josh will be epic. Hell yeah, it will. That's my match, baby. That's that's the one that yeah, I envision for the two of you. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
Hey, you was trying to set me up for failure, bro. But listen, I'm strong.
I wouldn't do
I'm
that. I
strong,
wouldn't do that.
bro.
Yeah, man. I don't. Yeah, we're all Californians, man, and we got to make this shit cool. All
That
right.
that's another one of those things. I hope I'm gonna give it my best for sure. I hope I give a good performance. I'm gonna give him everything I got. So hopefully that's enough to right. Not
Yep.
I just give it a fight. And I don't want everybody. Yeah, Don just said Don birthed everybody.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you guys are gonna both be fighting for a lot of the same thing, I think. That's why I have a really good feeling it's gonna be an interesting grinder. So, yep, yep. Yeah, I
Super
feel
excited.
a lot of similar things when I pull both of you, like in a practice. I have never like had there's no like sensible world where I would compete with Robbie, I don't think. But yeah, so I have no idea what he's like in competition, but in terms of like training and practicing with you guys where you're strong, where you seem to like to go, it's very similar pulling both you guys. So yeah, I can't wait for that one.
I've always liked his vibe. Biggest thing for me, but not to say anybody I don't like. I like everybody, right? But when the person just has a good vibe and a good spirit, it's like, heck yeah, dude, let's go to battle. No matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah,
If I'm
Robbie's
freezing, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of driving through the country.
yeah, you're a little spotty sometimes, but yeah, we can make out pretty much what you're saying. So, Yeah, and it's rare. It's just cutting out once in a while. We've also got the Caribbean Bull in the house. What's that? So the Caribbean Bull says, "Oh yeah, that." Believe me, I'm preparing really well. Forgive a good match with a
That's a
bunch of
bad dude right there,
fire
bro.
emojis.
That's a bad dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Caribbean Bull
And
shows up to fight, and you know it. He's a competitor, so it's gonna be cool.
he's awesome. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a crowd pleaser, man. Like with
Yep.
his, he puts on a show every time he arm wrestles, win or lose. Does not matter.
Right. And speaking of Jose, we've got I've been getting footage from guys like him, a lot of different people. Grace has been kind enough, she's in the chat to send me some footage for the stories we're trying to tell in this documentary. Now, I'll be honest, so far everything that everybody has been sending me is good. But it's primarily like the basics, I am this person. I am from this place, and I, have arm wrestled this long. I'm arm wrestling this person. We need some more details and juicy bits. So, on one end, I understand like if you're sending this stuff to me, it's like, one, do you know me very well? And two, I know you might not want to divulge match information if you're like talking about your plans. Um, I will sign an NDA if you want me to convince you that I'm not going to disclose any information before your match. But also, we just to make this documentary really hit how we want it to hit for people in terms of growing the sport and everything. We need to really tell those stories. Josh made a really, really great point when we spoke the other night, that part of how we want to tell this story is through teams. Okay. So one thing that you can all start to do today, like right away, at your next team practice, film as much as you can, like Benji, how he, floats around at practice and films, talks to people and stuff like that. Do that. And especially take the opportunity to talk to different people on your team that might have matches at North First South. Ask them questions, ask them what they're working on, ask them what they're worried about with their competitor, any struggles that they're having. But if I'm going to tell a story, you guys can definitely send me your own private footage as well. Just video journal, just find like a quiet place to sit down and talk to the camera about what's going on this week, that's good or bad. Have you been studying your opponent? Did you realize that your opponent suddenly has a press and it's looking pretty good? And did that shake up your whole plans? What are your plans? Do you have a plan A, a plan B? Like, that's the stuff we need. That's definitely going to help. But we want to know more about your journey leading up to North First South. And one of the best simplistic foundational ways that we can do that is by somewhat introducing you guys by team. Okay. For people that don't, either arm wrestling teams and communities outside of our state, or even just spectators that haven't really arm wrestled yet that are going to be watching this. It's going to be really hard to connect all the dots with all these random competitors and stuff like that, and learn about them. More information on you guys will definitely help, but the best, most simplistic route that Josh brought up was that we can connect those dots for those people through teams. Um, it's a lot easier to understand. Hey, I'm this person. I'm with team this. And even filming your actual practice with your team, and it helps us that don't know our area or arm wrestling that much. Understand more geographically, like who you are and who you train with, and we can kind of group these people together and understand where they're coming from. So send me more, please. And the criteria with that is just try and keep your videos below a minute, because then you could actually text it to me. You can, if you don't have my number, you can send it on to me or Josh on Instagram, or Facebook Messenger. When they're like a minute or less, it can be sent without screwing up the quality of that video. Once it gets bigger than that, then every software, Gmail,
Do
social
do
media,
we
it'll try and compress it.
do
What's
we
that?
also do we also want like regular video log where, because I mean, at the end of the day, when we were talking, a while back, um, there's going to be characters that stand out,
Hmm.
right? That might have a little bit more focus with the videography and what's going on at the end result. Um, we obviously want to include everybody, which we will in some way, shape, or form. But there will be those characters that stand out,
Hmm.
in my opinion, and their journey, right, to get to here, and their performance and the culmination of it, is going to be part of like what we're the focus is, right? I mean, you got the round robin, which is a huge focus of it,
Yep.
and then aside from that, we have a couple of people that specifically, whether it's their everyday life, I get up and I go to school, and then I go work out, and I do this.
Yep.
Just a regular video log. It doesn't only have to be about arm wrestling. It's just about
Yep.
you as a person, because we're trying to connect the audience with the athlete, and by building a relationship through character.
Yeah, great. Yeah, another great point. Yeah, when you wake up and you make your morning smoothie, pull out your camera and show us how you make your morning smoothie. What's in that damn thing? What's yeah, what do you do day to day? I think that's great. But yeah, I need a lot more if possible. We're making our best effort to include everybody in terms of at least the match footage, right? We're going to try and tie in all of it into the documentary. But obviously, those that are contributing the most video logging and video footage, to help tell these stories before, during, and after the event, those are going to be the ones that we can really work with to tell those stories. Um,
Right.
yeah, and don't
See,
be afraid
there's a
to.
couple of people that go ahead.
I just wanted to add to not be afraid to be a little bit vulnerable, you know. Um, it's it, yeah, don't if you're one of those people that's uncomfortable on camera, or you're afraid of acting a certain way or whatever, just don't worry about it. Like that's if you need to get people to help do candid footage or whatever, then fine. We really want to see the real you, and what your day-to-day is like, what you're struggling with and dealing with and everything like that, so we can tell a story that is, vivid, honest. Um, yeah, just yeah, we don't want you just sitting there saying, "My name is Kane. I arm wrestle. I like it, and I practice, and I've been doing this for four." Just get weird. Just get weird. Have fun. If you're having a bad day, good day, whatever. Just have fun with it. Matt Silva says people just want to see me. Hey, I I agree, man. I love everything that you put out, Matt. So send us
So,
some
so
footage.
please,
Yeah, I
even
mean,
though you're not having a match this
right.
year,
Yeah,
the footage from you would be great.
100%. Yeah, and yeah, we definitely talked about that as well. Like we don't want it to just be the competitors. Like Matt, you're an important person in not just arm wrestling in general, but your immediate community, you know. It seems like you host a lot of practices, you know a lot of the people out there, a lot of the people know you. So you're a great perspective, you know. send us some videos about what you think of some of the matches, about what you think about the event, what your thoughts are on arm wrestling in general. It's definitely,
Matt,
we need that outside perspective, as well.
Matt Silva is a cool dude. He's definitely a huge part of the community. He's like an open book that was written by everyone else.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. So he cool guy, man.
Yeah,
We definitely could use your eccentric videos and ideas for some stuff to go in there, you know,
absolutely. Yep, yep.
whether
I
it's
would
cardboard
love that.
cutouts or piano.
Hmm. And I just got my apparently I've had my editing software for years now and have been paying for it. I didn't even realize it. Um I was on the phone with Josh and I'm like, I'm gonna try and figure out where I can find this and buy it and stuff. And Malia's over there. She's like, Kane, you have it. And I'm like, oh,
That's the way I feel about insurance. I've been paying for it for years and haven't had to use it.
never using it. Yeah.
The heck?
Yeah, the computer that it was on, it was just dead, and I just, I guess I never canceled it. I figured since like my account or whatever card has changed that was used for it, it would stop, but somehow it didn't. But no, I've been having a lot of fun getting back into it, loading up the footage we have. If I have time, Josh, I kind of want to make a little trailer for North versus South. Um,
That'd be awesome.
yeah, just a little something, and to kind of like wipe the rust off with the editing and stuff like that.
You
But yeah,
remember the one from last year, right? The trailer.
who made that? I'm trying to remember it.
John Scott. He's the one who does all the media for Monster Factory.
Okay. Was it on Facebook?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it was definitely posted on Facebook and Instagram for sure. 100%.
okay. Yeah, because like if I do one for North versus South too, I would obviously just have to pull a lot of footage from North versus South one and get permission. Mash it up and make something exciting. But
It was a like a basic little outline intro type trailer. You know, it was really cool. I mean, it um, definitely had its strong points for sure.
okay, yeah, I'm trying to see if I could find it right now. Um, damn, there's a lot of videos on North versus South. Okay, no, I'll check it out in spare time. What else is going on in the chat here? We got Paul Stevens in the house. What's up, Paul? Good to see you, man. It's good to see Paul in great health, no injuries. He's doing really, really good, really strong. Yeah, it was good to see you at the Antone's practice last weekend. Let's see. Eric Linville says, I'm always filming stuff. Great, 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 great.
So
He's
that's pretty unfortunate that the qualifier got moved. Uh,
location.
yeah, it was going to be at Anton's, but it's going to be now at the beach bar and
Yeah,
grill where they had it last year, which was a cool location, a really cool location.
right, right. Yeah, I guess Antone's is going through some renovations and stuff like that. So, I believe they had a lot of red tape going on as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I
Yeah.
just thought it would have been so much cooler to have it, in Jamie's establishment.
It's a cool spot. The food's really, really good. I really liked the vibe of the place, and the food is good. He was kind enough to put out free sandwiches for everybody at the practice. I don't know what the name of the sandwiches were, but I think they were like a ham sandwich, and he had salad out there for everybody. Later I ordered Oh yeah, I got his fettuccine Alfredo. It was delicious. It was so good. But yeah, so if you're in the area, go check out Antone's. Eric, yeah, I definitely want to get a lot of your footage if possible. Let's talk. Let's make a point to chat on Messenger to see if I can get some from you. You said your Google Drive is too full. Yeah, let's find a solution there. And we will make it happen. You
You talking about Eric Linville?
Linville, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can really line up some good stuff with him. Yeah, he's a real good dude, real intelligent, and you guys fall in line with a lot of your similarities, and you guys are about the same age as well. You
Oh,
guys come
good.
from the same
Okay.
era.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we're old as all hell. Grew up in the 80s.
Well, you guys both are vampires. You both look like you're in your 20s, and you're both 40s. So, but
So
no,
he,
Eric, he's real. He has a real vast knowledge of a lot of different things, whether it's popular stuff going on or whatever, and he has his own view about stuff. So I think my point of that was is that you can line up some really cool video stuff. I'm sure with him um,
cool.
that lines up with the whole kind of idea you had about this being like organic underground. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. We're gonna make this great, man. And Eric, does he train on Santino's team? Which team does Eric train with?
I mean, he trains with us all the time. He trains with the arm benders all the time. He trains with he's everywhere. He's everywhere. I think he might be like Darkwing Duck. I don't
So
think he really.
so then did you already get footage of him with him? Do you have footage with Eric?
A lot of these guys from up north.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of different stuff. Yeah, and then Alden, I need to just message him and have him send over all the footage for you because what he did was a constant roll camera that sat there at different practices and just kind
Perfect.
of rolled and picked up, the background talking and everything going on and blah 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 and all that stuff.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I want a lot more of that, a lot more practice footage. And when you do, when anybody does set up their camera at their practice, if you can take moments to bring that camera around to different people that are involved with North vs. South or want to talk about North vs. South and ask a few questions or just, pop in front of that camera and let us know who you are and what you think of North versus South. Who's gonna win? The North or the South this year? Yeah, I think the North is out for revenge, huh? Let's see. We've got Matt Silva saying, I have about 50,000 hours of footage. I believe you, bro. I believe you. You've got so much raw footage of your
And
training
there's
and stuff like that.
actually
You just got choppy.
different cameras stationed at different places, uh, rolling and just getting footage.
Yeah,
Now, I think I'm gonna get off and back.
we lost you.
If you
Repeat
can
that.
hear me, I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna get back on. See if
Maybe. Yeah, I feel like the little bit I caught, maybe you were talking about getting footage driving around, maybe driving to North versus South. That's going to be some really good footage if people can do that. But yeah, if you need to pop out and pop back in, yeah, it just got bad for a minute there.
so we got Chad, right?
Chad
Let
Shelby.
me see.
Yeah, we got to set him up potentially with Michael Brown.
Well, let me look. I think that
Okay, Grace Bear says not enough, Matt. Let's see. Eric Linville says that's 5.7 years. Doing a little bit of math on Matt's 50,000 hours of footage.
Come on there. Well, Matt's been arm wrestling since 1975, so and he was born he was 84 or 83.
No, he was born in like the late 90s or something like that.
Well, Matt Silva?
Yeah, how old is he?
No, I think he's I want to
He's
say he's
young,
like
isn't he?
30. I think he's gonna be 40.
Okay, all right. He's an 80s kid as well. I salute you. Let's see. The Drew says, all I need to say for my intro is my first day on the arm wrestling table had a super match with Benjimac and I won. Okay, all right. Did you really have a super match with Benjimac your first day? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Yeah, you got to be joking. Your first day of arm wrestling, you ended up getting a super match with Benji. Uh, I need to learn more about you, Drew. Let's see. Benji Max says 230-pound Drew got me right, but not left. Very, very GJ Drew. I don't know what that means because I'm an old 80s kid. Let's see. I don't know these hip abbreviations, Benji. Paul Stevens says, "What's up, the Drew?" The Drew says, "Oh, now somehow I was 230 pounds." He says okay, I was a fat 210 pounds then. Yeah, Drew, but like to Benji Mac, like anybody over 165 pounds probably looks 230 pounds to him. That's how I feel. I see anybody, but I can't like guess their weight. I'm terrible.
Hey, ask Benji when we're gonna go fishing. Benji, when are we gonna go
Benji,
fishing?
when are
Ron
you guys
wants to
going
know.
fishing? I didn't know Benji fished. So Benji, you need to come to Lake Gregory July 7th. If we officiate that, we're probably will the Lake Gregory practice, and you can fish there. I think it's like $8 for a day pass to fish there. The bait and tackle is right there where we're going to be arm wrestling. And yeah, I'm gonna bring my fishing raft so you could actually row out a little bit to cast out in a good spot. If you want to come roll out. Let's see. Benji says to you, let's roll this summer. Dude, is there good fishing at Kern River, Josh?
The what?
Is there any good fishing at Kern River? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Why is happening?
well,
Why Kern River?
Malia and Odette and I are thinking about
It's
going
still
to
being
Kern
developed.
River the day after the event, the Sunday after we check out of the B&B. We're thinking about going to camp for the night. That
One.
Sunday
I
at
can
Kern
see.
River. Hang out and do a little fishing. It's, I guess, like 30, 40 minutes away from the event, like 30.
He's starting to give us massages.
Jeff Ray is coming in.
Let's go closer to my thigh.
Let's see. I'm sure the
No, I
food
need you
is
guys to go in
good.
the room.
Couldn't have any because I'm cutting weight. Oh, you're Paul, you're talking about Antone's. Yeah. Yeah, really, really good food. And I agree. Definitely not the kind of food you're probably eating if you're trying to cut weight. Yeah. Let's see. Veggie Mac, that's it. 210. I must have been really tired from practice. Let's see. Atlantis IRL in the house is congrats to Benji and Drew for throwing down. Eric Linville says Chad Shelby has an iron hand. Oh man, I want to pull that guy. So Chad Shelby, he's like a 165 guy. Josh still working out his thing, but yeah, Eric, maybe you can let us know. I it sounds like he is. Is he heavier or let's see? Paul Stevens is asking, do I have a match left or just right? I don't know. Let's check back into here. Let's see. Let's get back on the list. Let's see. Wait. Oh, there he is. Okay, got it. Yeah, it looks like it's just right-handed. Um, yeah, I'll screen share, get back on this bad boy. Let's see. Boom, boom. Okay, yeah, here you are, Paul Stevens versus Jan Czech, right-handed. But I believe you also have that that expedition match, tag team match against Josh and I. And okay, so yeah, Josh, you got to explain the format of that to me again. I keep forgetting. I feel like we're both arm wrestling Paul, and the winner gets to arm wrestle Robert. Is that the way it is? Or is it we arm wrestle Robert to get to Paul? Robert Terry. Hop back in here, Josh, and help me sort that out. So that's the little bit I know. And Jeff Ray is in the house. What's up, Jeff?
What's up, man? You by yourself right now?
Yeah, I think Josh just dropped out for a moment because of his service. He's driving around. I'm sure he'll pop back in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're just kind of rolling down the list here. We've got Anthony John versus Javier Martinez, right-handed and left-handed. Uh,
hmm
yeah, that's going to be a very interesting one.
How is
Javier,
hobby? How is hobby?
he's looking good, man. He's looking good. Um, shoot, was it I think it was Antone's or the practice before I saw him at, and he was looking very, very impressive. Um, yes, yes.
Anthony just went up to Patterson and he placed on the left hand, but he was pulling monsters, man.
Really?
Oh man, yeah. Tom Nelson, you had Mike Voss, you had Anderson Oliveira in the overalls.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a pretty big, pretty heavy tournament.
I probably saw some of his matches. Is he on social media?
No, Anthony is not on social media at all.
Damn it.
His wife is though. If you ever want to hit him up, you go to Heather John.
Okay. Well, I see an Anthony John that's friends with Travis Dinsmore.
No, it's not Anthony.
That's not him.
No, he is completely absent on social media.
Okay. Yeah, I'll watch the Patterson footage again. What weight category was he? You
His
super?
wife, and this is pretty much how he connects with everybody. It's Heather L. John on Facebook.
Okay. All right. And Jeff, have you
He's
been
a
getting more
he's a big he's a big buff guy. You know who he is?
big buff guy?
I'll shoot you. Because I'm not sure if you're matching the face with the name.
Right, right, right.
Let me
Yeah,
see if
I
I
feel like
can.
I saw all the supers matches though at Patterson. I do just need to connect.
I think I have a video of him pulling Mike Boz
Hmm.
here. One of their mini matches that they had. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a good one.
You sent it to me on Messenger.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just
Well,
waiting for that.
it says sending right now.
Eric Linville says that what's his name? Is a 165. The one we're trying to set up. Josh, who are we setting up for Mike Brown, the Hawaiian kid? Oh, you're not in here yet. I'm looking at where the chat is and it's on a delay so I could see you there, but Chad Shelby. That's it. Okay, so he's saying Chad's 165er.
He's setting Chad Shelby up with Mike Brown.
We're gonna try because Caleb Armbender had to cancel. He has some things going on. So yeah, Josh seems to think that Chad Shelby's the best option for Mike Brown, and that it might even be a better option because they could pull both hands. Whereas with Caleb was only available, I think, left-handed. And Mike's really good, right? So let's see. Yeah, still waiting for that message to get through.
All right, I'm up. It's taking its damn time. There it is. It's sent.
Okay, got it. Oh yeah. That dude's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
boy. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
he's a big boy.
yeah, I mean, I'm glad there'll be a match there, bare minimum, but I'm not worried. Javier's looking really, really good. He's training hard. I think the thing that I remember the last practice that I was at with him was seeing he's looking really good in the hook too. Like most of us that know Javier know that he's got a really good top roll. He's got really good leverage. But yeah, the dude's been training a lot on his power. So he's very well rounded right now. Very well rounded.
Yeah, Anthony's he's my main training partner at practice right now. And yeah, his hook is freaking nasty.
Really?
Yeah, it's so nasty.
Let's see. Paul Stevens says, I'll do a left hand super match too. That way you guys might have a chance with me. LOL. Awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah, you got to get back in here, Josh, and tell me like what the format is of that little exhibition thing that we're doing with him. Eric Linville says Anthony is dark social media wise. Anthony is a beast. Says Matt Silva, super smart on the table.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Anthony had a super match with Matt Silva too.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was up at Mike's.
Okay. And then yeah, Eric saying that Shelby's just got a really good hand, and Drew asking if we can use two hands. I don't know who you're referring to. If it's against Paul Stevens, then absolutely. Yeah. Josh and I are allowed to use both hands simultaneously. So four hands against you, Paul Stevens. And yeah,
Yeah,
we'll even get Malia to come up and help with the Queen's
that
move.
sounds super unfair for you guys.
Not gonna argue with that.
Like you guys need to hook up a winch to his arm or something.
Yeah, he's so strong.
Man.
Okay, pulling the list back up and working our way to you here. Let's see. Yeah, man. Jeff Ray versus my teammate Brandon Sewell. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. So 100% on paper, this is a big pulling up for Brandon. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, big time. I
You
don't
said he's like a 205 guy though, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut down to 65 because I'm actually pulling Scott Wynn for the left-handed on the list, I believe. So I actually have to be on weight at 185. Otherwise, I'd just eat like crazy.
But you said you're cutting to 165. Did you
No,
mean 185?
185. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that there'll be for sure a match there. Um, yeah, I don't think Brandon has competed in a pro or open tournament yet. So
You practice with them though, right?
I do practice with him a lot. I think I was there for his day one.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys where like athletically and how you use your hand and wrist. I remember day one, I was like, okay, you got this. Like
Hmm.
there's a lot of people that it comes on really slow and the movements are very hard to understand, but he was definitely very natural and very strong with it. And he's getting to the point where I could tell he's having a lot of fun because he's getting a lot more articulate with his adjustments and all that.
Right.
So it'll be a big challenge for him for sure. But I also do think that it could be a match.
Okay.
And that is right-handed. Left-handed, you will be going against Scott Wynn, who did come out to the Antones practice this last weekend. And yeah, man,
And
Scott Wynn.
and then the tables are reversed and I'm pulling way up, you know?
You are, you are. That you're
Uh,
in such a cool position for that, though, you know. We both actually have matches like that, you know,
uh-huh.
um, where we get to kind of try and like pull up a little bit, and then there's somebody that's pulling up to us.
Yeah. I
So
think that's the cool thing to do. I think it's
yeah,
really cool to do that. And it was pretty cool last year that you took, the match with both hands. I was definitely pulling up in the 165 to take that match with you. And now that I'm sitting here in a similar position as you were last year, I'm like, hell yeah, give new guys a shot, man. That's cool. It's an honor for like new guys to go, hey, I want to match with Jeff, you know.
yeah, for sure,
It's really
absolutely.
cool. Uh-huh. It's like all the work is, the hard work is paying off. People know who I am, and they want to come and try to test and see how they're doing.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
you got yourself on the ranking list. You decided to just skip the 165s and went straight to the 185s.
Dude, it was killing me, Kane. It was killing me. It was so bad. It was so bad. I felt, whenever you first get in, you're like, I don't know about you, but I was just so hungry to like uh get good really, really fast.
Yeah.
And I'm super, super impatient. And unfortunately, with arm wrestling and tendons, like you can only go so fast. You know what I mean? Uh, but so I figured, and I walk around at like 190, like pretty much every day. But at the time, I was like, the only way that I'm really going to get up there at year like 2, I think, is if I just cut way down to 65 because I know I have the strength, and then see how I could do with the little guys,
Hmm.
and I don't know, man. I think that built like a really strong foundation for the tendons and stuff, just cutting down, not playing against guys that are so much more powerful than me. That when I gained the weight to 85, and I'm like, well, this is going to take me a few years to get on the list at 85. Like I had built this little foundation, and it was like I'm kind of right where I was in the 65 now,
Right, right.
So it all ended up working out pretty good,
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that weight cutting, man, it was torture. Like I went to the doctor and they were like, you gotta stop doing this. So I was
Hmm.
having like kidney pain and oh man, it was terrible.
Yeah, yeah. You did run a very good calculated path though. Um Everyone, I guess they have to run their own race, but if anybody wasn't sure what that race should be, I think the route you chose would be a good one uh
Yeah.
for somebody to try and emulate. You
This
were
isn't my
very
first this wasn't my first bout in like competitive sports. Like shoot, sorry.
you're good.
My son just knocked my phone off the table. My other experience with was more like a game, but I played I played like competition pool, like 8 ball, you know?
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I did that for years. So when my mom was like a pro when I was a kid, and she was so phenomenal at pool, and my dream was to be on a pool team with her when I turned 21. And so as a birthday present to me, she took me down to the bar the day I turned 21, and we were both on a team together. And
nice. All
we
right.
played until I turned 30 years old. We played in the league from 21 until I turned 30. And I took it the same way of just like, dude, we had a table at the house. And I'd I'd go through 50 racks a night, you know. Uh,
Wow.
but
Damn.
that's the thing, like with pool, you can do it and do it. You can never have any issues of,
Not gonna
hurting
get
yourself.
injured. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but I took kind of a similar path with this. Was like, I'm just gonna hit it as hard as I can, you know.
Yeah, man, we gotta play.
I'd love to.
I love nine ball a lot.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
that's the real. You find out who you are when you're
yeah,
playing that ball.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot going on in that game.
Hmm.
But yeah, we got to play. I like it. You can teach me a few things. That was one cool dynamic of the whole Mexico event. The night before, a bunch of the US people and a bunch of the Mexico people all met at a pool hall, and
Oh,
we
that's awesome.
pool. Yeah, Tim Talmadge and
You
I.
know, you know, two things that don't go well together:
What's that?
arm wrestling and pool. Man,
Huh.
I'm telling you, my my bridge for when I'm shooting
Mhm.
and my accuracy, like after practice or like even after like 2 days of practice, if I go try to hit a few balls on the table, I am
Yeah.
so off. It's wild.
Right, right, right. Yeah, and the bridge is the correct setup, right? When you do it kind of like this, right?
My thing's in the way. Hang on. Yep, what?
Like that the bridge is this, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's your
Right.
bridge hand.
Yeah, you must be right. And I didn't even think about that till you said that. I used to use the bridge a lot when I was younger, way before arm wrestling. But I was kind of thinking about that in Mexico, like I couldn't do it. Like I didn't it didn't feel right. I had to do the amateur way,
Well, it
like
it
shooting
just
on your thumb.
it depends on the position of the ball, whether or not you're going to use your bridge or if you're going to pinch it between your thumb and your knuckle or your index finger,
Right.
or even put your two fingers on a rail and use the rail as your bridge.
Right, right,
The
right.
main thing is just keeping the stick level and balanced so that you can aim, and having control of your stick and knowing where you're going to hit your cue ball and where that's going to go. But yeah, for some reason with arm wrestling, though, it's like that fine motor thing with the bridge, and like that helps you aim too. Um, it's off. I'm fine if I take like a week off of arm wrestling and then go play. I'm usually pretty on top of it, but man, right after it's terrible.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I got to put him in the room to watch his movie because he's just knocking everything over.
No problem. I will check back in the chat here. What's going on? Let's see. Eric Linville, Shelby has a great hand. Anthony is definitely, Matt Silva says, Anthony is definitely taking Javier, but I love Javier, also a great guy. When was the last time you pulled Javier, Matt? When was the last time you pulled my teammate, Javier, Matt? Lorenzo Munoz is in the house, my teammate.
Matt, Matt, I got to give a shout out to Matt because he was really really impressive up there in Patters.
Oh yeah, yeah, you did really, really
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
really good. The only thing I'm confused on is how he gets hurt every time he arm wrestles. Every time.
Too much power, man. Too
Too
much
much power, Matt. You should lose some
power.
weight. Yeah,
Yeah, no, you looked really, really good. I saw a lot of the footage, Matt. Good job. Hello to my boy Lorenzo Munoz is in the house. Let's see. He says our boy Brandon is strong. So yeah, your competitor that's pulling up to you. Yeah, he is feeling really, really strong. There's certain things I would not want to get caught up in with him myself, Jeff. But I think it's going to be a cool match.
Yeah, I want a war, man. I love those.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I know you do. I know you do. Let's see. Matt Silva says Scott Wynn is really into men. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see.
There's Matt being Matt.
Todd Galazzo says behave, Matt. And yeah, he's Todd also says that Brandon is climbing fast. Um, so yeah, definitely following a similar trajectory to you, Jeff, which I think makes this match cool. You know, he's had a very rapid trajectory, and but he also seems to be playing it relatively conservatively. I think he's
Mhm.
mostly been pulling amateurs like you did when you started your first year or so.
Mhm.
And taking this this may be his first opportunity to pull in the open class, which might have been the same thing you did, right?
No,
Like
2 years ago, no, 2 years ago. No, my first year at Patterson, so that would have been 3 years ago.
that would have been the first open. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, I pulled open and just got matched up with Dave Owens Sr. round
Oh,
one,
okay.
and he scared the living dog shit out of me.
Oh, really? Really? Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
man. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this open shit ain't for me. Then I went down to the 65 right after that.
Yeah. It's rough
Yeah.
business, man. It
Oh man.
really is. Let's see. Matt Silva says the little guys, quote unquote. Eric Linville says, like arm wrestling and wiping your butt after. I guess he's talking about your comment about playing billiards if you're an arm
Oh
wrestler.
yeah. No, he's right though.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Throwing anything or playing
Oh, see,
basketball.
that's probably the worst. Like my
Mhm.
son's in football right now and just going outside to throw the football with him. It's like, God, it's so painful.
Yeah.
I find myself underhand tossing the ball to him more than
Right, right. But sometimes I've been questioning that lately. I for a while, you know, I learned my lesson trying to skip rocks with a family member and was injured for like 4 months trying to throw a freaking rock. But I that back then I thought like if you arm wrestle, if you're gonna train in arm wrestling, that's just how it's gonna be. But I also now am wondering if it just means you're not conditioned properly. So it wasn't until this last year that I met a lot of dudes who I respect in the sport who do
uh,
really well, who actually stretching is a huge part of their path, their training. And
I was wondering about that. Yeah.
yeah, they really, really believe in it. And they're your guys that are like really strong and connected on the table, but they're not walking around like this all the time. You know,
Right, right,
they're
right.
actually straight armed, flexible, and athletic and everything.
My
So,
wife is getting into yoga and I'm thinking about doing some yoga classes with her too. And I was wondering about that. Okay, so then in arm wrestle for me, if my wrist gets taken at any point in time and I have to go
mhm,
in this position here, like it's gone for the rest of
mhm.
the day, you know? Well, I wonder if it's the same thing for stretching it like that. Like I see guys, stretching out their forearms and stuff like that.
I would imagine it would help a little bit in that area, but I think a big part of the wrist being, compromised after, the rest of your event.
Is it
Uh,
just being opened up under force then?
Under
You think?
force,
Under
right?
force.
Because
Okay.
everything, all of your tension is trying to go this way, and it cracked that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I honestly don't know. Like, um, I feel like I've had my wrist compromised at events before, but I don't feel like it was like really done afterwards. But I also might not have good body awareness. I'm not
I'm
really
talking like
sure.
fully open to where you have to transition into like flop wrist
Like
press and just
fully
go
given up.
straight. Yeah, yeah. You straight give it up and
Right.
go into the press in it. That's when it's
Yeah.
screwed up for me.
Okay. Yeah, because Derek's always saying that, and I'm yeah, I don't know, but I do know that like Ricky Ramos, like he's got me stretching a lot more. But when you do your finger stretches, independent
Mhm.
groups or whatever, that I would imagine it not only helps the wrist a little bit, but like your whole ulnar nerve. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
one of them that I learned from like the voice of arm wrestling is I think this one where you kind of fold your
yeah,
ring
yeah, yeah.
back and do like the little glasses.
Uh-huh.
If you have ulnar issues, the nerve down here or the tendons that run down that way, that feels so good. Sometimes I just like to grab these two fingers right here and do that and really, really stretch it
Yeah,
out.
any advice for people with freaking tennis elbow?
Yeah,
My shit is so painful right now, man. It's terrible. And it's not even on the inside of the elbow. It's the
on the
outside,
outside, huh?
connected to that bone that's above the elbow, like yeah, I don't even know how to it's the bone right here. I don't know
Right,
if you can see
right.
it. It's a connection that's right there. It doesn't hurt when I'm arm wrestling.
Just
I
like,
imagine that I probably hurt it arm wrestling, but like it doesn't bother me on the table, but like just in my everyday life, God, it's so painful.
okay. Yeah, I wonder about that sometimes. I'm not too sure. Yeah, are you trying to balance yourself really good in your training? Like, are you doing like curls like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
and
yeah.
doing these and stuff like that?
hmm
Okay.
hmm
Yeah, man. I'm not sure.
It's
That's an area
limiting my
that
ability to do some of those workouts though, with just this because it's almost, have you ever had pain where like you feel it and then whenever you get to a certain point, it like shuts the muscle down, like you lose all power. Like
oh no.
it's crazy. Like for my work, I pick up rugs. I work for Airmark, the uniform company, but
Yeah.
we change rugs for businesses and stuff. And just the way that I pick it up, I have to grab the rug and then sling it over my shoulder. And just the movement of doing this, I might have actually done it at work too. Who knows? But
Oh
uh,
yeah.
yeah, man, it hurts. It's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't I'm
I was
trying
gonna
to
ask
that.
Mika because I know he's a tennis player.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it might take something like in an extended position and rotation like this or
hmm
something. And just yeah, the lightweight, high volume kind of thing
Right, right.
to
Yeah,
help
I've been
build
doing
it
it with
up.
bands, kind of in this
Yep.
position, doing these things, and then doing some flexing with bands this way instead of coming in, going out.
Right.
And then I also heard too, I don't know what your position on like sports massage too for that.
I'm into it now. I
God,
love
man, like that deep
yeah.
tissue sports massage. I want to do it so bad. I heard it's
Yeah.
super painful.
Yeah, it's good. Just have make sure that they stay away from your elbows, your tendons and your
That's what I need though. In that area right there.
that area I'm not too sure about, but Um, because that to me feels more like a brachialis thing right here.
Uh-huh. See, when I
Uh,
felt brachialis, it was further up on the
up
on
here, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it connects
The
all the way
connector.
through.
Oh,
I
okay.
I think I'm not an expert, but I do know that when I feel in this area, it doesn't feel like I don't know, there could be tendon stuff going on in there, but like to me, like for me, I feel like if I injured that, it would be more muscular. But
Muscular, yeah.
yeah,
Well, the pain definitely feels like a muscle pain,
right.
it's lasting as long as the tendon issue. It's been going on for like 3 or 4 weeks now.
Okay, I'd imagine that they'd be good to kind of rub out that scar tissue.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the biggie is here. Like
See, and
you
I've never had that. I've only had the brachialis on the back of the arm here. Like
right,
it's
right, right, right. But just in terms of something to not have them touch,
yeah, yeah.
and you have to like tell them, don't touch this because they're really good about feeling around where there's scar tissue. and just kind of gravitating towards it. If they feel it, they just like no,
don't
stay
touch
there.
tendons.
Yeah, just don't touch mostly this, because this is what we train to fortify our connection and to be able to,
Right.
you know, safely be on our frame. Yeah, once they break that up, it really backs up a lot of progress that you made. But for me personally, there's things that are like nowhere near my arms that like made my arms feel way better. That
I
that
was
she
thinking like my shoulders and my back and stuff would
Yes.
be great.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was But yeah, it's all the muscles that I didn't even realize were totally just jacked up when she, you know, broke up all that scar tissue. Everything here just felt like free, and I had more mobility too. But yeah, it was under my shoulder blades where she found it
Hmm.
the
Yep.
worst, like right in here. She had to like literally, what's that wrestling move where you like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do that? Yeah, she put her whole body on and like literally did this for like 15 minutes each under each shoulder blade.
Oh
And it was
man.
interesting because she had to like do that for like 10 minutes and then there was a pop. Like,
No shit.
yeah,
Wow.
she kept just doing it and doing it, and she knew it was still there, it was still there, and then finally it just went, and
Like a
my back
release.
like that.
Oh wow.
And yeah, like when I had finished, she checked my mobility with my arm, and like I hadn't been able to do that in a really long time. Like my
That's
mobility
awesome.
was like to here. Yeah.
I'm sure your work probably has something to do with all that too, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go do it. Anthony John, my buddy, he's got a really good one that he told me to go to. He's like, just be prepared to be in pain.
Yeah.
What's up, Bubba? Oh, you mean to fix it for you? You want that dinosaurs?
Robert Ballesteros is in the house and
My dad's from South
Oh, what's
says,
up, Robert? Hang on, hang
uh,
on.
I like what you guys are doing for the sport in California. Heck yeah, man. Thank you for that.
Hey,
Really.
I pulled Robbie up in Patterson too, man. Dude's crazy.
Is he?
Yeah, we got paired up against all the 205 guys in the left-handed bracket. And oh,
That's always
hi.
fun.
Hi,
I'm looking forward to Robbie's matches. Wait. Did somebody say hello?
My son, yeah. You can say hi. Say hi, Mark.
Hey, what's up?
I'm Bobby.
Hi there.
Me's Bobby, see?
Yeah, you're Mari. Show him you're a strong arm wrestler. Come on.
Can you
Come on.
beat your dad yet?
Come on. Arm wrestle. Show me. Come on, right here.
Oh, he's got the high ground. Oh, he's got the
Man,
hand.
he did. Here you go. Take it to the room. Love you.
We got Bridget Sexiness is in the house. Derek's other half. What's up, Bridget? She says, "Hey Kane, what size tanks should I take to get signed?" Oh, so yes, they're off in Florida for the big event out there, and it looks like so she's what do you guys what size? What size tanks? Huh. I would say large and medium are typically the most popular sizes, right? Okay, so here's the deal. There, Derek and Bridget, to help us with the California sponsorship, are taking some Alpha Empire tanks to the Florida event to get some of the top names out there to sell them or sign them, and then we're going to raffle them, and the proceeds will be going
Oh, that's so cool.
California sponsorship. Yeah, we had a high goal and started off really good like the first few days. But yeah, we came to a stop with that and we really need to pull some cool ideas out, and thank God they're doing that. But I don't know, what would you think, Jeff, if we got
I
signatures
think
on the shirt from Devin, from Matt Mask, from Chance, and we were going to raffle them, what sizes do you think the majority
I
of people
think
wanted to buy them would be
I
interested.
think you got to have a couple of the large sizes, but the majority of arm wrestlers are in between like 205 and 165, or like medium and large.
Medium and large, yeah.
You got to have maybe a couple extra large.
Big, yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, the classes in the smaller weight category are way bigger.
Right. Yeah. So I would agree. I would say like at least a couple medium, at least a couple large, and yeah, a couple extra large. Um
You know what? You might actually make the most money on the biggest one you got. So you maybe do one like 2XL or some, you know what I mean?
oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, when I really think about it, who's going to be wearing those shirts? So are they really going to care? Like if I
No,
was
that's a
interested in,
collector's item, man. You get
yeah,
Devin and Travis and all those guys to sign shirts, Matt Mask. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, you're going to throw it in a frame and, put it up near your trophies and arm wrestling stuff.
Hell yeah.
So,
And shit, I'd rock Alpha Empire tank top as long as it looks good on me. I'll rock it.
oh, those things do look good. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, I
Bridget
support
has the
California
hookup.
arm wrestling. We're separated by north and south, but we're all in the same state, and it's us versus everybody else, man.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah,
We got to show them what's up. It's all about California arm wrestling.
yeah.
Yeah, Bridget has really good connection, or like I don't know what she's got going on there, but great shirts that she's been doing for Alpha Empire. And let's see what else we got going
I'm
on
like
in
the
here.
pickiest shirt guy in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like a super. I'm not very tall, but I have like the torso of a 6'4" guy on a 5'10" frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. My torso's so long. I got all my shirts have to be tall, like they're tall, and they don't make them very much for.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I look weird in most t-shirts myself, so I have a hard time finding t-shirts too. Let's see. Okay, so Atlantis IRL says, oh, wait, let's back up a little bit. Um, Scott Wynn, Scott Wynn, Matt Silva says Scott Wynn has good stick control. Matt Silva says it's all in the steroids that injured me. All right. And then Benjimac said
Jesus.
hit the like, and he also plugged the Challenger series for this weekend, and which is this Saturday. Everybody go check that out. Um, and he says, yeah, Derek versus Travis, Auden versus James English. There's a pay-per-view, merch, tickets. Yes, everybody go
I
check that out.
imagine we're going to be watching that up at Mike McGraw's this weekend.
Hell yeah.
We got
Awesome.
super matches going on, or challenge matches, I guess.
Sweet. All right. Do you
Yeah,
have one?
yeah. Caleb Armbender, man.
Oh, that's right. So that's what this is this weekend.
Yeah, left and right. His right-handed match backed out, so I got it.
Oh, I'm gonna have my
Yeah,
eye on that one, man.
yeah. It'll be fun.
You think you got him?
Yeah. Yeah, he's Caleb's such a good dude. He's so confident, and I'm really hoping that I could put a dampener on his day for sure.
Okay. Now it's right-handed or
But it's
left?
both. We're doing both.
You're doing both.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what happens on the left there. You're
Uh-huh.
really good left.
Thank you.
Uh, and
Hey,
keep
this
right.
thing here isn't bothering me at all on the table, so I'm fine. I just
Isn't that weird?
it is weird. It's insane because afterwards it's like it hurts so bad, but on the table it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like
You
a
know
lot
what's
of
weird
us
too is
have that.
if I shake your hand, it's affecting like my grip strength on shaking your hand. But when I turn my hand up this way, it doesn't bother me at all. I can squeeze as hard as I want, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a normal arm wrestler thing though, is the shaking the hand. And I think that's the whole reason why we're supposed to do an arm wrestling handshake versus a normal handshake.
Oh my
I
God.
normal handshakes now, unless it's like with a normie. Like
Yeah.
if somebody actually has a good handshake, I don't like shaking their hand anymore. It pinches my ulnar nerve down
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
for whatever. It didn't used to. I used to like love shaking people's hand. Now yeah, it's all messed up.
Well, at my work, that's, I see customers and I'm not going in for a freaking arm wrestling handshake most of the time. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
uh,
you
now
should do that one kind of like
I feel like I'm doing this now,
yeah, just give them your fingers. But has anybody ever shook your hand like that? It feels
Oh
really
yeah.
weird. You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. The coolest thing ever though is like, a little chick that you think is going to shake your hand like that and
she
they just
comes in.
grab you, I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
that's right. I always have to compliment them.
Yeah, but I definitely notice all the pains off the table, like at work, like when
Uh-huh.
I have to lift something that should be like normal,
What
and
is that, man? Like
hurts,
I'm
but then on
picking
the
stuff up
table,
at
you're
work.
like, yeah,
I'm picking stuff up at work and I'm like, I'm this like powerful arm wrestler and I feel so weak. Like just
yeah,
like normal things hurt so bad.
right,
I
yeah,
think that's kind of the life that the path that we're going down with arm wrestling is like everything else gets hard, but this gets super easy, I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're beat up all the time for one, but
Mhm.
one thing I do think though is like in a maintenance phase or whatever, yeah, you might be able to lift something easier if you were more recovered. Um, but yeah, when you're in the trade business or doing anything where you're physical the rest of the week, like it's hard for us because we don't get much of a chance to recover, right? But I do think that like it doesn't mean that we're weaker than those like non-arm wrestlers. I work around other dudes that don't arm wrestle all the time, and even though it like hurts me to lift something, they can't lift it at all,
Right, right. Yeah, yeah.
So,
It's
yeah.
just it hurts and you're like, man, this never used to hurt before, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was some good things mentioned in here regarding to the hurt. Paul Stevens says stretching and JM presses helped with tennis elbow for him.
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know the JM presses would help for the outer elbow, but I'm kind of seeing that now.
Is that like a laying down thing? Like laying down, pressing up?
So it's like the bench. So the bench press is more focused here, right? For
Yeah, yeah,
chest,
yeah.
kind of like open. Jam presses are more in here, kind of like a tricep press. You're still gonna lay down on the bench and have your bar here, but you're more gonna like push it like this. And it's
Okay.
not so much just like a tricep press like this, because you are gonna be laid down and you are gonna push, but you can do narrow grip, you can do it out to here, but for the most part, your elbows are primarily in. The
And
mistake I was
it's
making,
not a hammer curl bar. You have to have your wrist out like this here.
I think you can use a hammer curl bar. And
Yeah.
let me see. Some people prefer that pronated position, all the way
Uh-huh.
like this, and that it actually helps. The mistake I was making, I was taking some advice from people that were saying they do JM presses heavy. Um, and yeah, for me that wasn't working out. Like if I really want to work triceps, things like that, like I am happier doing them in other ways. But for the purpose of what JM presses are for, recovery, I like it light. Just
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But I'm also not a bench tactician. I'm not the dude like trying to max out on the
Me
bench
too. Me too,
ever.
man. I mean,
So
my
it's
my
already
bench
weird
is
for me.
my bench has always been trash.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been terrible.
I get how it can help people. My issue with it, I don't know that I want to be conditioned to bench heavy. If I was, it would be more with dumbbells. Um,
Yes, I feel way more comfortable with dumbbells
yeah,
in a press position. Sorry, I got to do
both
this again.
both with curls and bench press. I don't like both hands being fixed to a bar. It's very unnatural for me, especially on the right, pinches that ulnar nerve. having to be boxed in like that. Like I need them to be free from each other.
Yeah, could I get your little purple stand thing, please?
Yeah.
Should you grab it from me? Sorry, bud.
A lot of good stuff here on Tennis Elbow.
Is that a common thing for arm wrestlers to get tennis elbow?
I don't I guess I have heard a lot of people say they have pain there. Yep, on the outside of the
Yes.
elbow. Yeah, because the
It doesn't.
inside it's called golfer's elbow, right? If it's the inside.
I believe so.
Yeah. So Matt Silva says for tennis elbow, don't stop training, just lower your intensity. Tricep
Okay.
extensions for blood flow, just gotta wait it out, and it does affect you on the table. You're just not used to it. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
about right. Let's see. Yeah, I really like tricep extensions. Oh, wait, I'm way behind on the chat here. Okay, so a few different things here on ice and heat also helped Paul Stevens. Paul Stevens says deep massage in the elbow actually helped him. Now, Paul, are you speaking on the outside of the elbow or on the inside here? This is the one I hear everybody say, don't touch that. But yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. And the Drew says, and going the opposite too. Yeah, if you're referring to balance, and working recovery on the opposite direction, yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Matt Silva says, I'm getting treated by my OT right now for tennis elbow. Oh, okay. All right. So that's what your occupational therapist is doing for you is sounds like lower intensity and a lot of tricep extension and blood flow.
All right. I'll message you later, Matt, because I need some tips on workouts and stuff that I could do for it.
Okay, Paul Stevens says I've gotten deep tissue massage in the elbow and it helped. You just have to get and it helped him, but you just have to get a good massage therapist, a sports massage therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't even think the one that I've been going to is like she knows how to give a sports massage, but I don't think that's like her specialty. So I haven't really even experienced somebody that is specified towards athletic recovery. So that would be really cool. But
Is that what your injury is right now, Matt? That's for Matt. Is that what the injury he has right now is, the tennis elbow?
yeah, that's what he's getting therapy for right now is for tennis elbow.
Okay.
Eric
I
Lynn,
don't feel like it bothers me on the table at all. Like I really don't. I don't haven't noticed any like any pain in that area at all when I'm pulling. It's like when I'm not pulling and it hurts.
right.
Maybe it's just, I don't know, the blood flow in that area when I'm pulling reduces the inflammation in the area for a period of time, or
Yeah, it might not be affecting, well, let's look at it more in terms of strength. It might not be affecting your strength or performance on the table, but it might also be affecting and you just don't notice it.
well,
Um,
it definitely could be making it worse. I know that
it
for
sure
sure.
could. Yeah. Yeah, there's for me, I don't know what it is like from arm wrestling, even if my direct tendons like the bicep tendon, the brachialis, the pronator, even if those are fried, like I don't feel it really that it takes a lot for me to like feel that pain or fatigue on those muscles and tendons when actually arm wrestling. And I'm pretty certain they are affecting me. I just don't realize it because like
Now,
the
has it always been like that for you? Because I know in the beginning, man, the brachialis would kill me. Now it doesn't bother me. I can feel it whenever I've got a good workout in. I feel it for like a couple days, but then it goes away. Back when I first started, man, ooh,
Yeah.
That the brachialis had me thinking I might have broke my arm. Like it was so painful.
Yeah, there was one time in the very beginning that I asked Ray Cody when I first met him at a practice. I was like, "Hey, I don't know, do you like we were pulling and I was like, I don't want to go this way or something because like if it feels like I might have fractured or something, a
I
bone
was
and
thinking like micro fractures, like because the bone is
microfracture. I
doing
think I said the
doing
same
this.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He laughed his ass off at me and he's like, "Yeah, we all think that at some point or sometime your
Yeah, yeah.
brachialis is just blown out." But yeah, that was probably the one time I was like, "Oh, this actually like hurts right now while I'm arm wrestling." Um, but the only thing I really notice is if I had been pulling all day or something like that, that I'm like tired, I guess.
Hmm.
Like my
Hmm.
muscles are kind of tired. But for the most part, the soreness or any minor injury or whatever, it never really reveals itself for me until off the table and that drive home or whatever.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
adrenaline's gone. But let's see. Eric Linville says I have TCC tissue in both wrists, right rotator. What's the TC? Oh, issues. What's TCC issues? Tennis elbow? Oh no, that's wrist. Right rotator. Mm,
The right rotator cuff issue.
okay. Okay. But he's
Heard
saying
those are
yeah,
a lot of times those rotator cuff issues are misdiagnosed for like an impingement or something like that.
right. And rotator cuff is the shoulder, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah, you said something about the wrist, so I'm not sure what you mean by that. But yeah, wrist injuries suck. They absolutely suck because it's the top of the chain in arm wrestling. Um, it's a rough one to work around.
You have to like, yeah, you have to take time off for that. That's rough.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, so let's see. Matt Silva says, "Okay, I'm leaving. I'm not getting enough attention." Love you, Matt. Alwyn in the house says, "What's up, Strong? What up, truckers?"
What's up, Alan?
Alwyn has a match with my beast of a teammate, Mike Linder. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to that match. Alwyn is number 3 left-handed in the 165s. And I don't think Mike is number 1 yet on the right or left in the 165s. But like trajectory wise, he could and should get there. Um, at all of his last showings, the last several months, it's been first place every time. I'm pretty sure on the right. He is killing
Who
it.
would you have to beat in the number one spot? Would that be David or
David, yes.
yeah?
Yep.
And then is Alan still on the list right now too?
Yeah, Alwyn's number 3 lefty. I
No,
don't think
Alan Fisher.
Oh no. Yeah, he was knocked off because he moved.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so yeah, finally given us us peons a chance to fight it out. But
Where did he move to? I had no idea that he left California.
Idaho.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cool state, man. He's at a really good spot. I hope to see him again soon. He was actually at North First South One and just to like support and hang out, and he had some really great things to say about that event.
He arm
Um,
wrestled on my table all day long. He was teaching people on my table all day long.
yeah, man, what an honor.
I know. I wish I would have had one of those silver pins that have him sign my table.
Yeah, it was real cool to hear his outlook on the event because, somebody that's competed in every type of event you could dream up for
Hmm.
years. It was really cool to get his stamp of approval on North versus South. See, yeah, Benji thinks large is a good size on the tank tops. If you had to pick one, I'm guessing yeah, I would agree that's probably the size you'd want to get. Again, I don't think anybody's going to be wearing a signed one that they bought in a raffle. Ingen does large as a base for East versus West shirts, he says. And Alwyn says he's still recovering from Patterson. It might have been Patterson that I saw that he looked really good at. I think he got didn't he? Oh, he pinned Caleb, but he elbow fouled,
Mm-hmm.
and Caleb won. Uh,
Is that right-handed?
I think it was right-handed too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alwyn's a nut on the table. I can't wait to arm wrestle him one day.
He's
He's
very fast and real tricky.
really okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, he's very, very explosive on the table. Yeah, I like
And he's uh boisterous too.
that. Well,
When he's got you above the pin pad, he likes to talk shit, just
oh,
like
does he
Caleb.
now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good, 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 good. Okay. All right.
That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
That's a fucking pin.
I don't know, Alwyn, if we're ever in a match and things stop before that pin pad, you might have already lost, bro.
Ah,
Pin me, you gotta pin me. No, I'm brewing some shit up here because I'm already kind of wanting a piece for North versus South 3.
there you go. Hey,
Yeah.
do we have a match for my teammate? You were talking about Brandon Sewell and all the positive stuff about him, and I really got to take a second to shout out my teammate. That's just has more drive than I could ever imagine having, and he's so dedicated, and he works harder than anybody I've ever pulled with. Augie, I know I've mentioned him a couple of times on the show.
Yeah. I
Kid
don't.
he's still in the amateur class, but man, he is moving so fast and he's so damn dedicated. He just hit me up tonight. He's like, I need a match for Mike McGraw's on Saturday. I forgot to ask you, and I need one right now.
Yeah, remind me his weight again.
He's a 205 guy.
5 guy. That's what's tough about him. Um, and he's an amateur.
Yeah.
Uh,
He might be good for a 165er that's not ranked, but pretty close. I mean, that might be a good match for him. Um, yeah, he's coming
okay.
along, man.
Let me double check. Let's see. Where are you? Yeah, Robbie Noble, who has a match with Josh Edwards, also has a son that I was hoping to get a match for. He's relatively new, but very talented and very dedicated. He's 190 pounds. So, but he's young, so perhaps he can put on some more weight and they can maybe meet in the middle at 200 or something. Either way, it's not like it would be a ranking match, so I don't think it would really matter.
Yeah, I don't think it would matter.
Okay.
That would be fine with me if he could run both hands.
Okay. I'm writing it down now. And better yet, I'm gonna send Robbie a message. Hey Robbie, what do you think about a match versus wait, a match for your son versus somebody up north named Augie. He's normally a 205 guy, but I'm sure he can maybe come down to 200 for your son. Period. He's also very new and dedicated. Period. All right, let's see what he says.
All right, cool.
And yeah, just write that down really quick here. It is okay. Versus Augie, you said is what he goes
Yeah,
by.
yeah. I
Okay.
don't even try to say his last name because I can't say
All
it.
right. Cool. We'll see what we can do about setting that up. I'm really amped on like a lot of these father-son matches. I was hoping to get Todd Collazo a match because his son Elijah has a match, and Todd's a beast, but he's just not like fully like in the sport. He's mostly supporting Elijah. Um, but we'll see if I can talk him into one.
Hey, did we ever get word back from Mike Voss and no?
Not yet, and I know that Scott Partington really wants that match. I know he really wants it. And I was just talking to him at Antone's about it. And yeah, we're just kind of waiting. Mike's in a tricky spot trying to figure something out for his family. There's you know, uh, an event that they need more information on that might be interfering with
Oh
Northwood.
yeah, I think he told me about it in Patterson, but he said he think he might be able to work it out. He'd let me know.
Right, right. It would make a great match. But
He
I
seemed
definitely
like he was excited about the match too. He wants it, you know what I mean?
okay. All right, all right. Yeah, I hope that match comes to fruition. We all love Scott. Scott's amazing competitor and great dude. And yeah, we got to find a good match for him. Let's see. Alwyn says I move tiny weights all day. Benji wants shake weight. Alwyn says Kane loves shaking people's hands. I did say that. That's pretty much what I said. Let's see. Paul Stevens says the JM press, you don't close medium or wide. Todd Hutchings has a really good YouTube video for JM presses. He does. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll
I,
watch
I
it.
watched that. It's killer.
I'll watch it.
I think he has a few videos out on JM presses.
Was that
Uh,
what he used for recovery after his surgeries and stuff?
Big time. He's the
Yeah.
big advocate of the JM presses and kind of the one who got a good part of the arm wrestling community sold on doing it. But yeah, it's really good. For me, honestly, sometimes I find myself resorting back to Devin Larratt's really old video that he had before
Hmm.
he didn't have like a viral YouTube channel
The
with the
basement
back
videos.
with the
Yeah.
backpack. It just
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I do that all the time. I mean, sometimes not with a backpack, sometimes just with a dumbbell, but um, yeah, I like those. It actually feels more like arm wrestling to have something free with one hand. And yes, I can take the backpack the same exact way, laying down on my back and just do this
Uh-huh.
just 50 times. I think that's what he does. I also like what's his name? Justin Bishop, the Bombable. I saw a video where he was talking about he literally reps out like 1,000 reps when he's doing recovery or even maintenance workouts. And
And that's
yeah,
all lightweight, heavy rep. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think it's great. I've done that many a times. Yeah, just for me it's usually a band.
Hmm.
Um, when I start feeling guilty that like my wife and I are just sitting there watching like a TV show or something after dinner, instead while the show's going, I'll just go and pick up the band and face the TV and just sit there and go round two, three, like to 1,000.
Does that work for a jam press if you're sitting up and doing it from behind your back like that?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it a lot for my elbow too. So yeah, I hook up the band like on my stair banister and just come out this way and then
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
just kind of like just do this with it while I'm watching. But I also like, if there's enough tension on the band or like, you pull it out far enough to where the tension really starts to get good. I like to bring it out here and have the tension pulling on my elbow like this way and just
Uh-huh.
just doing this
That's what I
a
do on my
lot.
truck. I'm like Lincoln Hawk a little bit in my work truck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't do that, but I have it tied up in my truck. I have like 3 bands in there where I could do different things while I'm working. It's all right hand though, because see, there's nothing to tie to for the left.
Right, right, right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, it might have been Matt Silva that was making fun of me for having a band attached to like my truck, oh, like
The
the
oh shit
bar.
handles. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's saying I was gonna rip the whole panel off the truck, but I mean this is like an old steel truck.
Those oh shit bars they're bolted to the frame, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not gonna rip it off. But
No.
I did rip the band though. I
Oh,
was
did you?
driving right
Yeah.
alongside a cliff, like 7,000 feet up on the mountain. And I was in there doing this shit and the thing smacked
Oh
my face.
shit.
Yeah, it broke off and just flung right at my face. It hit me in the
Old
face.
band. Old band.
Yeah, yeah. It was a
Yeah.
cheap, shitty band. But
Yeah.
yeah. What else we got? Todd says, yes, I agree with Paul. Derek gave me the info on JM presses and directed me to Todd's videos. Works like a charm. Elijah arm wrestles with zero elbow pain. That's amazing, especially this early in the game for him. I believe Elijah's still within that 2 year mark. And yeah, everything you guys are doing over there, Todd, is just amazing.
Isn't
Really,
that inner elbow pain a lot too from hooking? I mean, I got away with not ever having issues with that at all.
it is. But it can be there even if you're a top roller. It just kind of, to me, it depends on what your top roll looks like. So when I first came onto Alpha Empire, I don't know if you've followed Derek much and like
Hmm.
what he's into, but one thing for our team that he likes to do for everybody is start them out in the hook. And I think they were a lot more strict about it before I came in. um, it was something that he still tries to push. We still try to push with new people. It's just hard to make people do it because a lot of people are really interested in the top role and doing stuff like that.
Hmm.
But he likes to do it for a couple reasons. One, he thinks it's safer because it's teaching people to, be connected and inside your shoulder
Hmm.
versus this old, weird
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
out here.
I've
Uh,
noticed a lot of like newbies that'll come in and they go into the press a lot too. Like a lot.
right, 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 right. Yep. Yeah. 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 I think for all of us, it's our tendency to want to just go like this when we arm wrestle. And yeah, that was one thing they would not let me do was
Uh-huh.
starting out. They said stop doing that. And I always had to pull backwards. So there, it
Hmm.
was a big part of safety, but the other reason why he's a hook first uh coach is to expedite the elbow conditioning, to
Yeah,
expedite
yeah.
getting that out of the way. Now, I was one of those guys that was an idiot and didn't listen enough to Derek. In terms of that, like I didn't train enough just in here because I started competing right away. Like
Right.
week one, and realized that I had a good lane here,
Right.
and I did. But it also didn't help me for my long game. So
Hmm.
it took me till my 2 year mark before I started experiencing real elbow pain. So
Right.
when other guys, they started and they had their elbow conditioned before their year one was up. Like it
Yeah.
was already, they felt real solid in a hook and everything like that. But I wasn't even hooking at year two, and I was feeling that elbow pain. So even just, being in that kind of like high hook to top roll range, you're still going sideways, at least eventually.
Uh-huh.
Unless
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time you top roll, you're doing this and then not pinning somebody. But yeah, like I felt it. It was just a much slower process for me because I didn't do what he said and just expedited.
I think that high hook position too kind of does condition you just a little bit at a time,
Right.
to where now I've trained in the hook all the time and I don't have any issues with it. get a little sore sometimes, but not like everybody talks about how bad it is, on their inside of their elbow.
Right. You might have been training it like constantly, just in a very non-direct way. So it
Mm-hmm.
got conditioned pretty quick and less of an impactful way. Because your style, even though you are up top for the most part, your style is very sideways.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you like to go sideways. You're not the guy that's just like, I'm gonna lat pull you back here and then figure it out from there. You're kind of like up here and
I
keep
think I got that from Aaron because I pulled with Aaron so much right in the beginning, and he's just all side pressure, just straight to the side.
right. So what else we got? Let's see. Paul Stevens says, for me, both inside and out, just find a good sports massage therapist, pay the money. He also says JM presses, he also goes light and he doesn't go heavy on JM presses. Todd also says, yes, lightweight. Elijah only uses the bar for his JM presses. And
But then that would limit you to what you could do with your hand too when you're using the bar. It's only
using the
this
bar
bar.
in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's not for me, but a lot of people get away with it just fine. You know,
Yeah.
I'll never,
I do feel really unnatural. I used to be fine with like a curl bar, using a curl bar to do biceps or, any workout. But since I started arm wrestling, it's dumbbells, man. I don't like my wrist to be twisted out that way.
yeah,
It feels really uncomfortable.
yeah, yeah. The only curl bar I like, there's this weird log I got from a job somewhere that was finished. It had like a weird, really solid finish. I think it even has like a poly coating on it, so I can't burn it.
Epoxy or something.
Something
Yeah.
like that, yeah. So I put two neutral grip handles
Oh yeah, yeah.
on it. And it's really weird because not only do you get that more comfortable neutral grip, but because they're on the attached to a log, all the weight is out here.
Yes, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not centered on the sides. So it really challenges your risers while you're doing them. But that's the only curl bar
See, I
I
use
like.
a hammer curl bar. It's shaped like a U,
Mhm.
and in the middle it has the two neutral grips in the middle. I love
Yeah.
that. That thing is awesome.
Yeah, I want to
And,
get one.
and I love you too, Robert Terry. He just messaged me right now.
What's up, Robert? Let's see. Eric Linville says triangular fiber cartilage complex. Okay, so that's what he was referring to earlier. And what does that mean? I can't go overhead with exercises. Oh, okay. So it is a shoulder thing, I think, but you did mention your wrist earlier.
Might be a connection thing.
Yeah. And he's saying, yeah, it is due to the rotator. And Johnny Dang is in the house as
What
well.
up, Johnny? Dang.
Yeah, man. Let's see. So Eric says slowly strengthening it in the gym with bands. I got to pull him back. Who are you talking about? You got to pull him back then. That was probably your tape close to the door. Um, oh yeah,
Who is
Alan.
it?
Alwyn says, yeah, I elbow fouled. I drank too much. Well, good for you. At least you have an excuse. I elbow foul stone cold sober all the time. Uh,
That shorter arm. Everybody thinks you got a long arm.
yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. And Alwyn says, easy pin, boy. Let's see. Paul Stevens is bowing out. Have a good night, Paul. Johnny Dang says, good evening, everyone. What's up, Johnny Dang? Oh, for North versus South documentary, Johnny, I have a real like I don't have a really a good idea. I have someone else's really good idea that I need to run past you that we need to do. So, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, it was another one of Josh's brilliant ideas. We're gonna get you to do, and it does involve somebody else from our team. So, Yeah, we're gonna make something cool for that. Eric Linville says maybe day of I'll do a match if someone is down. Yeah, yeah. Well, what weight is Eric Linville at?
232. 232.
232,
He's
huh?
like 6'10". No, I think he's
Yeah.
like 6'8".
Okay. And what's John like? I'm really bad at weights. How much do you think Johnny Dang weighs? If you're in the house, Johnny, how much do you
Oh
weigh?
gosh, that's the most ridiculous match ever
Is it?
because because Eric's got a lever that's 10 miles high and Johnny's shorter with a tiny little short lever.
But couldn't that be cool because of that? Or
Ah, maybe, yeah, maybe. It depends on Johnny if he feels comfortable reaching up that high.
Yeah, yeah. Because I know Johnny did really, really good at the UAL State Championship, and I thought Eric was there as well. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Where are you at with that? How did you guys both did you
I think Johnny would be okay if he took two of the um boxes and stacked them up on top of each other. He'd be all right.
two risers?
Two riders, yeah, yeah.
Shot the shipping and talked over here, Johnny Dang. I think you need to pull Eric Linville, beat him, and then pull Jeffrey Ray and then beat him.
I'll let you use both hands, Johnny.
So Johnny says he's 265 pounds, and he also says he's down for that match. So yeah, I think it could be cool. Yeah, if you have any more information on that, because I'm pretty sure I saw Eric there at that event where you did really well. I just don't know how you
I don't
guys
think the
compared
bracket's
to each
tied
other.
up. Well, no, because well, Eric is in the super heavyweight, right?
He isn't in the super heavyweight. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, why not? Let's see. I don't know. I'll ask around a little bit, but
I think it
Johnny.
would be good match for strength wise. I think they're pretty close for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Johnny also says, ah, Eric Linville, he said, I pinned Dabo in a press at North versus South. Like in the after pool. Oh, that's awesome, man. Alwyn says, what's elbow pain? Never heard of it, he says.
He's lying. And he's always
Yeah.
playing with little small weights, and that's the reason why.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Johnny says, every gym session, I'm looking to hurt my elbows on purpose. All side pressure. Good stuff. Yeah, playing the long game, man. Playing the long game. Some people would say that's not the long game because you're going to hurt yourself, but I don't know. I'm with you, man. I'm with you on that for sure.
Dabo's going to be there this time.
I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, he doesn't have a match or anything like that. But yeah, yeah. Good Lord.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got it. You got it finally.
Yeah.
Did it click?
It clicked. It clicked. It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alan
What
says,
a shit show.
yeah, what a shit show. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, I don't think we're really interested in setting anything up there at this point. And really, I'd like to see a lot of people that are active and,
I'm super excited for all the amateurs that get an opportunity to, be on the stage and
right.
have a super match. Like it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, and I feel like that is the one kind of commonality, the recipe that seems consistent between all the super matches that get set up at North versus South. Whether you're an amateur, pro, or an elite or something, a high level, I guess. Um, Everybody seems very active and really pursuing this sport. And so for the amateurs that are getting matches, it's definitely the ones that are motivated and putting in that work. And
Hmm.
that's what I like to see anyways for all of these match setups. Because at the end of the day, that's what grows the sport is just a bunch of people that actually truly love this sport and are out there putting in the work for it currently. Um, not choosing to talk politics and stuff instead. So
Right.
that's all I'll say about that. Um, let's see, every session looking to hurt my elbows. I think the most I've ever JM pressed was two. Why are you trying to JM press 205 pounds, Johnny? Dang. That's too much. That's too much. Yeah, I would never do that. Let's see. Alan says, I'm out. You got this match, Jeff. Vice grip. Yep, yep.
There.
He does have that. Yes. Yeah, so Johnny Dang's down for that match, and Johnny says one riser and extra insoles. So, yeah, before we close things up, I'm just gonna, we've gone through this list a few times. I'm just going to jump down to show maybe a couple new additions that we maybe have not talked about, but I'm pretty sure excuse me, we may have talked about it.
Damn, I'm the only other person on. I think I saved the show tonight,
You did. You did. It,
huh?
it would just be my ugly mug talking some shit. Yeah, Oh, Robbie, so Robert Terry sent me a message as well, saying some very nice stuff. Robbie Noble wants videos of Augie. Did you send me
I
videos of
sent you videos from Candy when he pulled Candy up at Mike's
Okay.
the last one that we did.
All right. Yeah, I'll shoot those over to him. And the list. Let's see. I don't know if I mentioned on the show yet that we have my wife Malia versus Reagan Reagan Craig.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Yeah.
Right on. She's getting back in it, huh?
Yep. Yeah, she's been training. She's been pulling a bit at practice, getting back into it.
So is it a trade-off? She comes and arm wrestles with you if you go to dance practice?
Kind of like that. I think so. I mean, it hasn't been officiated yet, but I do know if I stopped taking her dancing, she probably would not not me. Yeah, but she's into
I
it.
saw your guys' little video of you guys dancing with the baby. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually went dancing last night. We went to a pizza place on the mountain called Luetti's, and there happened to be live music with this dude that was killing it. He did Radiohead's Creep, and
Oh, wow.
that whole operatic part at the end
Uh-huh.
he
Uh-huh.
does where he goes like really high. Dude, that guy killed it. He did so good. But
That's
anyway,
awesome.
yeah, Millie and I were the only ones dancing with the
After you get done with this list, I got a music question for you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it'll be and yeah, Reagan Craig is one of the Craig kids. And yeah, they've got a bunch of kids. They got Nolan, they got Aiden. Nolan has the match with Elijah. And I don't does Aiden have a match for this? Because if he doesn't, he sure should. Let's see. Yeah, I thought he did have a match. It's got to be just like missing on the list because I thought we
That
had.
was one that Josh was setting up with somebody. I think remember, they were trying to get a match for Aiden. He said that he was messaging somebody the last.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember being a part of that conversation. We need to double back on that because Aiden
Yeah.
is an absolute nut. He is so
Oh,
good.
kid is a beast. Yeah. Total
Yeah.
beast.
And he's kind of a
And
tough.
his
Oh,
brother's getting into it, and his sister too. So awesome. I shook hands with their mom. So I've met their dad like a bunch of times, right? And
John.
he's like, I'm not the athlete, it's their mom. And she came out to the Ripon tournament with all the kids, and the mom is definitely the athlete. Dude. She's got a
Really?
grip like, when I was telling you about the females that grip real strong, that's the mom
That's
for
her.
sure. I'm like, man, you need to get on a table right now.
I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah, the mom's a beast for sure. She's very
it. Dude,
athletic.
we need to get her a match with Heraclio's mom.
Oh man,
That woman is a
she's so
beast
tough.
too.
If the boys can get her, well, shoot, even their daughter, if they could get her on a table to pull, she'd be a monster, man. She's tough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I've been out to Heraclio's place to train a little bit, and he's had his family out, and yeah, his mom is so strong. She's like, she kind of does that thing where like she just sits there and plays with you and like laughs at you as she's like pinning you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. Let's see. So also one of the Craigs is Logan Craig, who will be going against Kaleo. Um, yeah,
That's Aiden's brother, right?
right. He's the youngest, I believe, 13.
Man,
Uh,
they look identical. Those brothers look so much alike.
oh man, yeah, that family is just the arm wrestling gang.
Hmm.
We've got Grace versus Tara, Evan the Hitman versus Elijah Ray.
Yeah, that's my boy.
See, there's some father-son matches happening right there. You
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
Josh have matches.
I
Your
gotta double
sons.
check with football again to make sure we're not gonna run into an issue where he's got a game on Saturday. And then my wife just told me that too yesterday.
Is there a way to get an answer on that this early?
Yeah, I gotta check with his coach. He's got practice tomorrow, so we'll know. The schedule hasn't been released yet, so
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, let me know. Mike Linder versus Vince Pawlowski, right-handed, and Mike Linder versus Alwyn Kaburi, left-handed.
Wait, is Mike Linder going against Vince Pawlowski Sr. or Junior?
I believe it's senior.
Senior. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
Tough
see.
guy.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I hear.
Hmm.
Uh, and Josh thinks, it's a match worth doing for sure. So
Hmm.
we're gonna make it happen. Chris Zawacki, who I also saw at Antone's this last weekend, has a match with Matt Hughes right and left, which is I told him straight up, I'm like, man, that's huge test. We were all telling him,
If
dude.
you were talking about reaching up, that's probably the highest reach of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would agree. I would agree with that. Out of
yeah.
all the matches on this list, that's the biggest reach. And Chris Zawacki is good. And I have
It's a good way to test yourself, though, man. I mean, go for brokes, see where
exactly
you're at. Even if you have a lane and you lose, it's like, okay, I know where I'm at. You know what I mean?
right, right.
Dad,
Yeah, Bubba.
I'm home.
You're hot.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll close this Mamma Jammer up. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I want to ask you about that question. Let me go put him down real quick.
Okay. Mitchell Stone versus Daniel Villalobos was a new addition, but we did mention that earlier. That's going to be a really interesting match. Both of these guys, I think, are going to surprise a lot of people and be very entertaining. And yeah, I just love to see Mitchell out there more, because he's really good. He's really good. He just beat all of the 185s at the Red Bluff event that just happened recently, including Mr. Austin Fenley. Sean Forshee versus Ahmad Hamdi. Right. Ahmad is my teammate. It sounds like Ahmad took a small injury at what was it, last practice or something, or working out, but he's going to confirm with me next week to let me know that he feels like it's something that he'll be on the path to be just fine for the event. But if not, we'll be trying to set something else up for Sean. But we're gonna keep up on that with Ahmad. We want everybody to be healthy for their matches. And yeah, I believe those are the only new additions that we have. Check in with the chat here.
No, there's not. Knock it off.
Let's see.
Here.
Johnny Dang says, yeah, I need videos of my opponent too. My IG is open for anyone to see my stuff. And I love it. Like, it looks like you like took a minute and then looked him up. And now Johnny's saying, dude, Eric Linville is a monster. What have you guys got me into? Yeah, Eric's no joke, dude. But man, you're really strong too, Johnny, and you've made a lot of big strides. I think it's a cool match. I can't really think of a better match to have with somebody up north, but yeah. Yeah, I guess we just got to talk to Eric and confirm it on his end. If you're watching, Eric, let us know. Yep, Todd, Logan Craig versus Kaleo.
Actually, it would be another cool match. If Eric can't pull left hand, Jeff, my other training partner, Jeff, he's a super heavyweight. Left-handed, he's pretty good. I think Johnny Dang and him would be great.
Okay. All right.
We got
So
options, is what I'm saying.
so potentially left with him and right with Eric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Let me put Johnny down on the list real quick so I don't forget.
Oh, Gil, come here and give me a hug and kiss then. Come on. You want some love from Daddy? Okay. Love you. Sweet dreams.
Just there.
He's not. He's asleep. He's asleep. Go to bed, love bug. You look tired anyway. Go to bed. There's no monsters under your bed. I promise. You think monsters are gonna hang out here with me in the house? You crazy? Go to bed. Love you.
What's Jeff's last name?
Terrible names. Hang on. He's on Facebook. Casella.
Hisella?
Casella, Cassella.
Lefty.
Use your charger, please.
My
right.
phone was on.
I'm at 1%.
Amanda said that, Brian said, Amanda said, Brian said to bring the kids over, they gonna set up the splash, they gonna set up the splash pad, and Dawn is gonna, hang out with the kids while we and Amanda leave.
Okay, when? Tell Brian to message me.
Oh, you said you messaged him.
Okay. Yeah. Did you look up Jeff Casella?
Oh, wait. Johnny Dang says he has a riot match set up already that we set it up last week.
Who,
Okay.
Jeff?
No.
Oh, Johnny Dang.
Did we not write it down? Do I have to go back to the chat and look? Oh, damn it. What's his name, Johnny? What's his name? Dropping the ball. See, this is why I have a bookkeeper with my business, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this admin stuff.
I think I asked too. I said, are we keeping track and writing all of these down?
You did. I know. I need help, Jeff. Let's see. Oh, that's no go. Let's see.
How about this? Text them to me
Oh, Anthony Candelaria. We do have
Right.
it down.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
write it
Yeah.
there. Anthony Candelaria. Okay, so right-handed. I didn't forget you. See, I'm a brilliant bookkeeper, man. That's all I do. Okay. You are Mitchell. Bobby Sun versus Augie. Okay, so no right-handed match. Um, okay, so
Robert Terry. I'll pull anyone.
yeah.
I didn't have a match, Robert. I'd love to pull you.
Okay, so for a left-handed match for Johnny Dang, we're looking at either Eric Linville or Jeff Casella. Okay. All right. What was your music question?
Okay, so I see that you're into guitars. Are you just musically inclined all the way across the board, or do you play drums and stuff too, or no?
Yeah, I play
Okay.
drums and stuff. Yeah.
I've been on this kick with the guy, the Hispanic guy, gosh dang it. Now I'm gonna have to look up his name. Damn it.
Oh, like one of those Instagram drummers?
Yeah, his name, he did Blinding Lights, a cover, and my God, it is so good. But I'm not a drummer though.
Is it on Instagram?
Estimpario Siberiano. And it's on YouTube.
Okay, let's see.
I can spell it if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Estepario. It should pop up.
Siberiano.
Yep, that's him. Thanks, buddy. Robert Terry said he'll beat up Scott for me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing this guy all over Instagram.
Okay,
He
dude,
does
this
a
is
lot of cool tricks and stuff like that.
not just that, but like his speed is so impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
And he does a move in this cover of Blinding Lights. He does a move that kind of shocked everybody that does all the drumming reviews and stuff. I'm sorry, Kane. I'm gonna have to let you go, buddy. I got a call that I gotta take.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it out.
All right,
Thank
bud.
you, Devin Knox, for popping in here. Thank you for everybody. Have a good night.